That's a good show because it's a show with Big Meeks in that.
Yeah, that is fun.
That's a fucking good show. And that other character, he's one too.
Yeah, but it's the chick too.
But but Big Meeks is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, no, it's a good balance.
I love it because I love how they fucking when Big Meeks is like interviewing him, he goes talking about the haircut.
Yeah.
And because Big Meeks does his, but he puts like the, I think he's getting a bit older, so he gets the, they spray it. They paint the fucking fade on. So they hammer him on that. He goes, I ain't getting the little brush out yet. What about the fade? How much? Because sometimes they're charging these motherfuckers like $250, $300.
For the haircut?
The haircut.
Way more. Way more. Thousands. Yeah. Some of the pommies in that, thousands.
Yeah.
For the private,
I'm sick. Mine's gone to 80. I'm like, are you
fucking $20, mate. See you later, Ahmed.
Give the boys a shout out now. We're live.
All the time. I love it.
Yeah, we go to, you've got me on the same hairdresser.
Yeah, same barber, mate.
I've got the hat on today, but they're always keeping it tight. Shout out to the boys. Nice and simple.
They keep it tight, man.
Half up the top, little trim the
haircut
beard.
every Wednesday for me.
You
I missed out because I was in Origin last week.
Yeah.
So I've had to fix it up myself. So
the longest I've seen you is when we did Vegas that first year, and you're almost like Afro.
No, Ashes.
Ashes got me.
Ashes got him.
That was good, yeah.
Yeah, but I just keep
watched
going.
Some old clips of the Ashes a couple of weeks ago, trying to do prep for one show, and
I couldn't be fucked because we always had fucked. Anyway, I brought my clippers with me. I couldn't even bother fucking clipping my hair.
You should have done the McGregor Mohawk.
Yeah,
that ended well.
Jeez, that was a tough watch, wasn't it? Oh. Far out.
McGregor?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. That sucks, man. It sucks for him. Far out. It's not like you're playing for it. He's been training his ass off. I know he's a loose human. Yeah. He still put the work in and then goes out and then fucking... He does it. We're talking before. How do you... He's injured that just before he's gone into the octagon. Yep.
There's rumours going around...
theories
that
on his TNs.
Training and just...
Yeah, I reckon he went
and
out.
hit it for the game, like to get to the game.
They watched the he suffered. He was doing in the gym the hits. He was fucking flogging pads.
Yeah,
before in the gym.
They had footage of him. There must have just been one where he's gone. Oh,
because I remember I was watching the lead up to the weigh-ins, and there was concern that he was out like a couple of hours later or whatever.
No, so he wasn't in any of the embedded series in the first two. So everyone's like, kind of, what's going on?
Yeah, and
then by the time he gets to the weigh-in, he was like charging Max at the presser, and so it looked all right. Then there was a.
You did your ACL?
Yeah,
no, they reckon it's
He's done his
meniscus. They reckon all the doctors, the internet doctors.
Okay, that's a different
meniscus.
Yeah.
You don't even need your meniscus.
Well,
people cut it out
to fight. You do.
Yeah, at the start of it, you do.
Hey, no. So my question was going to be this because
I think he's done his ACL to not land.
I've been at a club before when people have done their ACL and before surgery to let the swelling go down.
I'm going to wait a week.
About a week and a half, 2 weeks before you go into surgery, so you can actually walk around and be mobile.
Yeah,
it's not advised that you do that, but the boys will have crutches. Oh, there we go. We've done his meniscus. Holy shit. Mason's done his the chair's meniscus.
I can't lean back too much.
Just lost its
Fat Joe. Lean back.
I love Max. Max is like...
so do you think you can hide it long enough?
Not an ACL. See, that's why I think it probably would be in a meniscus, but I think it'd be a bit worse. Like, I thought he broke his leg again.
Whatever that YouTube doctor, I watched his thing on it last night. He reckons just the way that the knee's supposed to move in that when it goes, it didn't move like that, apparently.
Oh, wow.
So, gotcha.
Shout out to YouTube doctors.
They're normally pretty sharp with that stuff.
Brian MD. Everyone
I'm not going to question anything like that. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway. It was quite a
good day of sport, though.
Yeah, what else happened?
England, Norway, Argentina. What else did we have?
Argentina haven't played yet, have they?
Yeah. Yes,
Geez, Argentina have been blessed with.
Oh, man. Do you reckon they want Messi to win?
Softest, like you want to get diving out of the game, but
FIFA's the dodgiest corporation fucking ever.
Yeah,
unless
they're responsible.
Yeah, it is up.
Oh mate, I was fucking deep dive into that. It is dodgy as fuck. Yeah, he's going to probably win again.
Nah.
Who do you reckon?
Did you hear? I heard
they're not paying well enough.
Would you like the Poms to win?
It'd be annoying.
I would prefer the Poms advance over Argentina just because some of the stuff that's the favourable stuff that's gone their way in this tournament.
Argentina fans are fucked too.
Nah.
Are they?
Yeah.
No.
Ask fucking I Show Speed how fucked they are.
Oh, yeah.
Racist fuckers.
Yeah.
Your
boy.
Oh,
yeah.
But Speed's a tough carry as well, though.
Yeah, I know.
He's
some of
torture.
you don't deserve the shit that he was.
Oh, yeah, of course. If you, there's
it's very
and he's obviously a heavy Ronaldo's biggest fan, but that's so fucking cringe watching that.
Oh, he's cringy. I fucking hate him, but he don't deserve that. It's all from the fans.
Yeah.
But I'd love the Pommies to beat him to get that fucking what they fucking got.
Yeah.
Was it 86 when they got the hand of God and everything like that? They were against the Argentinians. So they got massive beef.
It's been 60 years.
60 years.
Oh,
yeah, it's been like I would not hate it because we know so many Poms.
Yeah.
How much they would love it, and we've lived there, and we know how much that fucking whole country just loves soccer. Way more than fucking anyone else.
Speaking of hate, we've lived in both countries.
Yeah.
France,
the Frenchies
England in the World Cup final.
Oh, that'd be good to watch.
They're going to be a pain in the
dark
ass for them too. It's going to be a good final four.
Good get.
It's a good final four.
Right.
It's a good final four.
Who do you reckon to win?
I told you I'm on France.
French? Yeah, I want you to win France as well. I want France to win because he wants France to win.
I think Spain.
You win some, you lose more.
I'd love to see young Lamine Yamal have a little.
Yeah, had a quite injured going into the World Cup, hasn't he? But he could
explode.
Could explode easily. Yeah.
They got the most talent, those fuckers, haven't they? France, Spain, they're fucking talent
France
everywhere.
I
don't think,
he's animal.
That's why England are pretty good, right? But they haven't played to their talent. I'm not a big fucking soccer fan, right? So all you Poms, fucking relax, right?
Yeah, chill out.
Don't give a shit. Really. I hope you get fucking beat. Anyway, right in the final. What was it? Is it Thomas Keuchel, whatever his name? What's his
Tuchel?
Tuchel, yeah. He was my favourite after that. After they just won and be happy, but he wasn't. He was filthy. And usually he hooked a couple of those players because I was listening to Thierry Henry and fucking Zlatan all the time. Yeah. He goes, they'd never do that. Most coaches wouldn't have the balls to do that because they're big gun players. I don't know who they are, but he fucking hooked them at the right time.
And then hammered him
in the presser. Well. Yeah. And so he's making big things. He goes, mentally they're already there. They're a strong fucking team. He goes, but they fucking can't do that. He knows you can't do that against those clinical sides like France and Argentina who don't miss opportunities like that.
Yeah.
Whatever. That's my soccer wrap.
All right, there we go. This is the Levels Network. I'm Justin Horo, joined by the Triple OG, Willie Mason, and the bro, Lukey Stowe. If you love World Cup and UFC chat, hit the subscribe button because that's what we're all about here at the Levels Network. We are just continuing to grow. I've got the updated numbers from Origin 1 all the way until the decider mace. So as we are aware of, it's always a huge moment for us to grow as a podcast. The numbers represent that. We've grown just under 3,000 subscribers during that period. So thank you to everyone who's jumped on board. Everyone obviously loves your reaction, whether you win or lose. You always do it with class on this podcast, Mace, and that's one of the biggest takeaways that I've seen from the comment section around this time. Obviously, you're pumped that New South Wales got the job done, but you can fairly, dissect the game and realise there were some moments that went against Queensland. But and we'll get to that, I'm sure. But it's just a really good period of growth for us.
It is. And I try not to be like one-eyed, fucking Blues, fucking that's it, not even looking at it. Like we're here to dissect the game and be fair. Regardless if you played the game or not.
Yep.
If I haven't played Origin or not, if I haven't played Tests, but I'm lucky to be playing in all the levels of the game, so I understand from both sides. And I'm sitting here as 46-year-old man, 26-year-old Willie, he's a fucking crazy man, who's playing for New South Wales, diehard, doesn't care about Queensland. 46-year-old is just like, I get it. It's a fucking tough game. Couple of little things. You see a couple of little moments in games. Like, cost you the game, especially in today's game. There's no when you look at the game now, you're like, there's a couple of moments you're like, oh, if that didn't happen, they would have fucking pretty much won the game. Like, not talking like, he would have had a comeback. Well, that's why people are so fucking crazy on referees and all that sort of shit, because one little fuck up can pretty much cost you the game.
Well, look at the momentum
swings.
Momentum in the Knights versus Rabbitohs game yesterday. Yep. Once Knights got a sniff in the final 10 minutes, they looked like with 5 minutes ago they were the better
team. They just ran out of time.
Yeah,
that's all they did. And that's what some teams do.
And that's the same at every level. Speaking of every level, you can follow Levels on Instagram. So go and follow us. That has grown as well. Just under 7,000 new followers on Instagram. TikTok is over 100K already. So our totals for both YouTube subscribers are at 45,600 on YouTube and 84,700 on Instagram as well. So thank you to everyone who's jumped on. You can subscribe to Apple and Spotify as well. That all helps. But in saying that, audio grouse, everyone visually loves watching us because we're just always in good mood. We're killing it at the moment, and we appreciate all the love. All right, let's get to a couple of big moments from our listeners, from our audience around the Origin Decider, and then we'll put a bit of a wrap on it, mate. So this one comes from 5Cs, CCCCCCC491. I think one of the most underrated selections for Game 3 was Bradman Best. Obviously, he's already proven himself in an Origin Decider before, but I actually think his defensive value went a bit under the radar. Kalen Ponga was causing New South Wales all sorts of problems on those sweeping shapes in games 1 and 2, especially on that edge centre channel where he was isolating the Blues outside backs. Best and Kalen have been teammates for years, so I reckon Best probably reads Kalen's movements better than anyone else in the New South Wales side. It's a good point, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whether that was part of the thinking or not, I thought he did a great job of limiting Kalen's impact on those edges. Could be reading too much into it, but it felt like a really smart selection. Love the
You're not reading too much into it.
It's great analysis.
You're a centre with KP, and KP is with you every day going, where I'm going to get to.
Yep.
So what Bradman does, this is what happens in Origin, playing guys with Lockie and all those sort of blokes, you know where he wants to get to.
Tendencies.
He's going to get to that guy there to make him turn in. That's when he's going to pass.
Yep.
So his communication to his inside guy, who was playing on Bradman Best's inside. Was it Moses? Was Mitch, yeah. So Moses goes, this is where he's going to try and get to. This is where he squares up. This is what he boom, 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 boom.
That's the look he's
That's the
looking for.
look. These are the cues. Don't give him that. Don't give him this. If you give him this cue, he'll go this way. If you give him that, he'll go that way. And it fucks him up because they're all fucking so true because Bradman Best has been week in, week out with him. Knowing that's why he put, how many holes did he put Bradman Best through?
Yeah, multiple.
Clean.
Multiple.
Because of those cues. So that's what he's looking for. So if you're a centre who doesn't have any communication with your 3-man and you got to deal with a guy like him or Walshy or something like that, they're all looking for cues, mate. They're trying to sketch you out, and that's where inside pressure helps from your 4-man all the way up, all the way out. So, yeah, that's not a fluke. That's proper. Yeah. That's Bradman Best at training with him, living, breathing footy every day.
Yeah, Bradman deserved his selection for sure. But it's just a little bonus that he added to the game. And even some of the information that he could have given to the right side to Stephen Crichton, who's one of the best edge defenders as well. All right, when he squares up, when he gets to a certain point, when he gets a 3-on-2 or a 3-on-3, this is what he's looking for. This is the the inside shoulder or depending on how square a defender may be. Yeah. So, great shout.
That right side's the one that he usually goes to his left. So you got Liam Martin, Cleary, and you had Critter and Mark.
Yeah.
So that's why I was worried about Mark coming in more because that's what he does at the Roosters a little bit.
Well,
so they stayed. He had a great game defensively.
Yeah, in game 2, they scored 3 tries on that edge, and they weren't out and out clean line breaks by Kalen, but just the indecisions that he created. And a bit of anxiety for the defence of the right edge ended up leading to nice little one-on-one moves, getting beaten on the outside and selling over.
Just a little bit. That's all you need.
Another big one is Liam Martin, and this one come from FT4641. Do you think Liam Martin's energy and intensity were enough to change the entire mentality of the Blues in Game 3, Mace? I feel Martin was the key ingredient. He seems to set the standard for what Origin football looks like.
Yeah, he does. He fucking 100% does. He's one of those guys that he comes out, he just looks like he's about it. And that's why everyone was sort of dumbfounded after game 1. And you're like, fuck, we just, even if you get Hamole miss the jump a little bit, if you were disappointed in him, we were saying, just drop him back to the bench, let the dog start.
Yep.
Because Liam Martin knows what the fuck it is. He knows how to get, he knows what it takes to start games. Like starting games in Origin, totally different coming off the bench. Starting on that right edge, you can really dictate plays, mate.
Two parts of the selection for Dylan Lucas, who was excellent again yesterday and has been excellent for the Newcastle Knights and is close to it. 2 were, all right, if you're going to drop Hamole, that's fair enough. But putting a left-sided back row over to the right was a big concern. And probably the first part and the main part was if you are going to drop Hamole Olukwatu, then you bring in a seasoned campaigner in either Liam Martin or Angus Crichton.
You don't put a rookie in there.
Rather than bringing in Dylan Lucas, who you think is going to be an Origin player down the and hopefully gets another opportunity but on the left side.
But but it's going to suck for him because Huddy Young's going to jam that side.
Yeah.
And he's going to be going, okay, well, this is my position to lose, right? So you probably get another 3 years out of Huddy Young on that left side.
Yeah.
I reckon.
If Huddy was injured, you could see Dylan Lucas filling
fucking 100%, easily. But like when you're in that position, that's why. I mean, we could talk about the Laurie Daly selections and why he got hammered and everything like that. It was because of stupid shit like that. Where players just put Liam Martin in.
Yeah.
Liam Martin's a fucking animal. Like he's built for Origin. He's like a Nate Miles. If someone's compared him to Nate Miles, yeah, sort of, but better in attack. Nate Miles would hit you with everything.
Yeah.
But Nate Miles never known for a destructive runner. He'd still give you fucking 15, 20 of the best in the middle. Yep. Liam Martin's an edge player with pace, right foot, palm, offload, skill set, smash win defense.
That little offload to Critter.
Oh, he's got beautiful skills. Yeah. He has got beautiful skills. Look at him in the grand final catching balls. Like, fuck, these back rows have got some silky skills. A fucking gun. Liam Martin's a gun. Saw 2 games, put him in. He is that guy where you're looking at your middles. Yeah, I got Payne Haas there. I got Barney, Yowie. But I got that fucker on the edge. He was a bit of a psycho. It's like looking at Luke O'Donnell. Yeah. And when Luke O'Donnell, me and Stuart Fielden had a fight, I was on the right side of the field, and I said, Donsky, it's fucking on. I told the whole pack before the fucking game, I said, if it's on, everyone's on.
And I was there. He was on the
he
left
was left
edge.
4. He was left 4.
He ran about 40 metres at Usain Bolt's pace.
Fucking just smacked Paul Longy. Paul Longy copped it.
Oh, it was great.
Then Longy copped another elbow. Yeah, it was fucking air. And Heine was at second mark and he ran straight back.
And I was right on the fence too. Like, so it was.
You're a bit of a super fan. You've been in some big games, Lukey. Lukey's been doing it for a minute.
Yeah.
And Heine was at second mark and like just fucking fucked off. Yeah. And Luke O'Donnell comes in.
You've been at big Mace games, haven't you?
I know. We've talked about it a few times.
2004, that game.
Yep.
The
Origin.
Freddie's last game.
Freddie's last game.
So guys like that.
The best try of all time that never was.
Yeah, exactly. There never was. But Liam Martin has that feeling that I have when I played with really good back rows.
Yep.
That had that energy of intensity of like, fuck.
So if you're a guy, if you compare yourself to like Adam Fanua-Blake or Payne Haas, knowing that you've got the Donsky, or in this case, in this example, Liam Martin,
that's why people just go like, even like having a Nate Miles in your side. Yeah, fuck, he's crazy, that prick. You know what I mean? But like Luke O'Donnell's got a different energy. Liam Martin would have that different energy as well. You know what I mean? When you're like, run into that hole right next to me and him, you're getting absolutely caved. Just say if you're the 5 man, which is like, it could be Payne Haas, it could be whatever. Or just say if I was playing, it could be hit me here and fucking Luke O'Donnell at right 4 or on the left side, left 4. You're getting fucking smashed. See, that lead line is the lead line where you got to get the 5 man interested in the 4. So it's like, it's a hard line. It's a hard line to run in against anyone. If you've got good 4 men, they're the protectors of the fucking That's why we always, because you used to play it, I used to play it. They protect everything. All right, they come up and they scan the field, who's out the back, everything like that, count numbers. They protect everything. Got good 4 men, both 4 men, you usually fucking dominate the game. Your middles have so much more room to move.
Yeah.
If your 4 man is dictating fucking everything.
Confidence.
And Liam Martin does that.
Yeah.
And I think he moves a lot of the middles the right way where it takes pressure off what? The fullback. So the fullback can just take care of himself. You don't have to take care of all these middles that don't know what to do.
Can I throw one more factor at you too, mate, for the opposition? It felt like it threw Money off his game as well. Like Money was nowhere near at his best, and we're going to chat to Money either this afternoon or tomorrow, and it'll be dropping on Thursday's episode.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what, I
want to ask you about Liam Martin.
Do you know, because you've toured with him before, you played tests with him, he's fucking next to him, he'd protect Money in some tests.
Yeah.
What's he like?
They've gone at each other a number of times. So you could go into a game. So not only do you feel it as a teammate, sometimes you can feel the anxiety. Yeah. Like I'll give you an example of who used to fluster us, right?
He's sorry. He's left 3. He's all the time.
All the time. Melbourne Storm, fucking rattled. Big games, Origin. They always go to each other.
He's nemesis.
So Money could go into games going, fucking Liam Martin again. Here we go. Like that. I'll ask him about it this afternoon. I'll tell you an example of who that was for us. And I reckon it was there was a seed planted by Desi. Mate, that's what Grubby used to do to Foz all the time. When we played the Bulldogs.
Just shoot out of the line.
A different example of it, like obviously a different position, but Grubby was a pain in the ass, and I reckon it used to fluster Fozzie.
Yeah.
Because Fozzie earned the respect of everyone so quickly, he was always considered an older head.
Yeah. In 2010.
Almost immediately.
Yeah.
So when you get the runs on the board, people leave you alone. Not Grub. Grub used to piss Foz off, and it would throw him off his game.
Yeah, and he's good on the lip too.
Awesome on the lip. Hit him late, kick pressure, all those little things, and Foz would just like be wrestling with him.
Yeah,
and just little things like that. That's what Liam Martin to on a way bigger scale at Origin. I thought maybe did to money.
And that's what guys like that. That's why we go. That's an Origin player. Everyone who played Origin was going, why isn't he in the team? I sort of felt sorry for Dylan Lucas. That's what I said. I was like, fucking sorry for copping these little barbs and fucking strays, but like, because we know that guy's not injured, and he's just give you two games, give you 60 and then 80.
Yes,
he's shown what you can do. He's an Origin player. Why aren't you picking him? Where's the faith in that? Like, if he was a Queensland, they wouldn't even have fucking worried about anything. Bang, straight in the starting spot.
What did they? Although they didn't end up playing him, he ended up getting put into the game 3 was Paddy Carrigan, right?
Yeah.
He didn't play a game leading into the decider.
You just know.
And circumstances maybe changed the lineup. Like, I was critical of Billy not putting Pat Carrigan in, overly arrogant to begin with. But circumstances probably changed the makeup of the bench for Billy. But they had no issues picking him with no games under his belt because they know the type of quality that Paddy is, right?
And that's where, like Nate Miles, you go into like, let's pick the greatest starting 13 for Queensland. He's in that side.
Yeah, he probably is.
He's fucking.
He's in the 17
definitely in the
for
17, but he's going toe to toe with fucking Gordon Tallis and all these greats that were before him. He's somehow going to fit that massive head into this fucking lineup.
Yeah, he definitely gets in the 17.
He gets in the 17, fucking hands down.
Yeah,
like they hold him up here. Fuck, animal.
It's the ultimate compliment, isn't it? Like, it's the ultimate backhanded compliment in a way for Nate Miles. Every time, like, he could be playing like a busted at the Titans and that, but when he gets to Origin, he steps up. It's like, how do you feel?
Prefer that?
Yeah, you would. Fucking oath you would.
At the end of the day, mate.
Yeah.
Like, as I said, when you're retired and shit, it's like, you're great. Nate Hammers people.
The opposite.
Nate Hammers people feel, you're a gun club player, mate. Where were you in Origin?
Yeah. At Origin, you don't perform.
When all the eyeballs are on you, that's when you turn up.
Shut up, mate.
You'd much prefer to be Nate, that's for sure.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the NRL versus Super League. And here is a great comment from JDP. Fellas, on the global domination plan for rugby league, I've always thought one of the biggest plays would be for PVL to buy Super League and have every NRL club aligned with a Super League club. It would create genuine partnerships where clubs could share players, coaches, high performance, staff, ideas and business models where it benefits both sides. For example, Trey Fuller isn't getting regular minutes right now. Instead of sitting in reserve grade, imagine if he could seamlessly head over to play for the Super League affiliated with the Dolphins for a few months. It would be unreal for player development, especially for younger halves and spine players who need reps against quality opposition. The other big step I'd love to see is something similar to the UFC Performance Institute, with high-performance centres established in the major Pacific nations, Tonga, Samoa, Fiji and the Cook Islands. Give the best young talent access to elite coaching, strength and conditioning, nutrition, sports science and recovery without forcing them to leave home as teenagers. It would strengthen those nations, create an even deeper talent pool for rugby league and make the game genuinely global rather than just expanding into new markets.
Great idea, mate. Great comment.
Some good points.
I like that idea with the UFC a little bit there. I think the NRL should have a massive institute of sport, centre of excellence. So you don't have to go to a Bulldogs one or a Penrith one or anything. If you get it's like an international sort of centre of excellence. Like, if you're going to put one everywhere else, you got enough money to build your own somewhere around maybe Moore Park, something like that. I don't know, it should be called the NRL Centre of Excellence, where you get other people coming in from overseas, everywhere around the world, if you think they're talent, all that kind of stuff. I think that's a great idea. Not holding them all around the world. You're not going to you got to have little bits of, like, just to say, especially in Tonga and Samoa, those two places there.
And Fiji, definitely.
But you've got to have a big base. Not just have NRL, like NRL teams, which have centre of excellences, but like NRL needs to have one.
Yeah.
Where you can come in there, like the Australian Institute of Sport, all those things. Like, we're big enough now to go, fucking, this is our home thing, have it like a fucking Hall of Fame, all that sort of stuff. Just something bigger than what they've got now in Moore Park. That's a great little home for the NRL and all that sort of shit, but I think we need something bigger.
I think for sure. I like the idea of
That's just one idea I like.
The politics side of it comes into it when you try to put something in a different country. Yeah. I love the idea. Like it's something that definitely needs to be discussed, and we do have now the funds to explore opportunities like this. And I think it's important to target both Tonga and Samoa, maybe even a South Island centre or facility where you could develop pathways down there with the right sort of coaching.
The right people in, mate. You got to get the right people
matter.
In there.
Yeah, right people matter. So there are definitely these different options to explore. Let's go back to Super League versus the NRL. I guess maybe a part of the concerns for the Super League would be being considered almost like a backup league to the NRL. Maybe to begin with, maybe like if this was something that PVO was considered.
Yeah.
But I really do think in the short term, it would strengthen the Super League, provide them with the funds and facilities that are required over there, whilst also developing the shitload of talent. That I speak about this often.
Yeah.
There are so many good quality pommies, English players that I played with that just did not have the facilities to maximise their potential.
Yeah.
And then when you look at examples, there are a couple that stand out. People often point out the examples that don't work, players that have come over here that were established Super League players. But Herbie Farnworth coming through the system at a young age, Gareth Widdop coming through the system at a young age and developed into high-quality NRL elite talent. There are so many English players I think would benefit from being in a system affiliated with an NRL club and then given the opportunity to, if they progress, not to say that they have to sign with the club that they've been affiliated with, but similar to any Super League team, once your contract becomes up at the end of the year, you've gone through a system or a league where it's helped you improve to the point where you're probably better off and way more ready for the NRL.
Yeah, 100%.
Thrown, some of there have been some examles where they've been thrown into the furnace.
That's what you're scared of. Like you're looking at the NRL if you're playing over in England, going, that's the pinnacle of the game. Am I ready? Like you question yourself, right? Unless you're fucking Sam Burgess or someone like who you've been on the international stage, you played against Australia, you can handle yourself. Yeah, the change won't be that bad. You're talking about outside backs, a couple of little halves, the ones that could be actually really good NRL players. Most of the forwards could, could transition over here, but it's just that pathway to get here. And if we did end up buying, and it was just one whole thing, right? It would be so much better for those younger kids in Australia as well, because I don't want a kid to come through at reserve grade here. I'd rather him play for Leeds or something like that.
Yeah, how do you think it would it
benefit our youngsters as well?
Would it cripple the New South Wales Cup and Queensland Cup?
Yeah, pretty much.
Do you think?
Oh, not cripple it, but you'd still be talent is talent, right? You're gonna and I don't like the excuse that I'm playing in Q Cup or reserve grade. And this, if you're fucking playing good enough, you get paid. I mean, you get played in first grade, right? It's political from 17s to 20s, or 15s to 20s, or something like that.
If you're good enough, you can fight through.
You fucking fight
through. If you've got adversity, you can fight through.
Yeah. You can wind your ass off and just fucking quit if you want. But if you want to stay in it, you just stay in it.
Yeah.
So I think it would work. It would work on a lot of ways, because some of these New South Wales Cup players, they couldn't play in Super League.
No.
You're only picking a few of these guys that can go over. Your best young little half. Okay, well, instead of playing Reggies, if you can get a crack at Super League for a year or two, manage your way through there, get some reps in and everything like that, come back 21, 22, and then, or whenever we want you back.
Yeah.
Right? So, but get over there and get some really good reps into you. A couple of years being a professional.
Being on TV too.
Yeah, get used to all that sort of shit.
That's not as big of a step by the time you get to play in first grade.
Because from reserve grade to first grade, here is too big a jump.
Yeah. And life lessons that you learn by going over there at such a young age is awesome. Because you realise when you're here, you think you're in a fishbowl, then you get over there and soccer, football, just absolutely dwarfs anything that you think rugby league is. And it just completely, you look back at the NRL going, what are we talking about?
And there'll be probably about, like, out of your top 30, there'll probably about, because you want your reserve grade to be strong. You still want your pathways to be strong, but you're still going to have guys that you're like Trey Fuller. You're going to have about 2 or 3 in your squad that, like, you fucking can't pick them because they're specialist players. and they're not going to get the reps, but they deserve the reps, but they can't because Hammer's there, because Herbie's there. Every team has got about 2 or 3. Jai Gray, or that sort of player who Dufty, he's been over there. But if you had a sort of pathway to go, all right, fucking here, can you grab him for a bit, Warrington, Leeds, all that sort of shit?
Deals.
Have some sort of relationship with the Super League team, which would only happen if the NRL buys the whole lot.
I think there are conversations that are going to be had around.
It'd be great for the game. It'd be great for Super League, right? Because it's never going to go away up there. Like the Super League, everyone keeps saying, "Oh, it's dying, it's dying." It's still going to be there. You know that, but it's just not going to grow. Correct. It's only going to grow if we help it grow.
Yep, that's
and
fair.
help the pathways, treat everything. Because fucking game started over there. Do you know what I mean? Like they love it. Pommies are built for this game.
Yeah, they are.
They're fucking built for it. If you're not built like a little skinny little soccer player, you're built for rugby league then.
A good
Vikings, mate.
A good English team, a competitive Pommy team at the World Cup is the best thing for the game.
You're a bunch of animals, the Poms. They're built for this game. They're gladiators. Yeah. It's in their DNA. I love it. So we need to
beat Australia in the semi-final and then unfortunately lose to the Kiwis in the final. That would be the best result.
That would be the best. Hey, got to buy it, PVL.
PVL's got some mongrel in him, doesn't he? And he's proven that. And so have Mongrel Boots. This episode is brought to you by Mongrel Boots.
Send PVL some Mongrel Boots.
Well, we've got to get him decked out. Because Mongrel Boots are proudly Australian made and owned since 1930. Mongrel Boots is a family-owned business backed by 5 generations of experience, specialising in boots made for the Aussie worker. This one comment comes from Simon Tomlinson. Hey guys, disappointed Queensland fan here. Still kicking stones day later in my Mongrel Boots, of course. Just a question, with all the talk around the new TV rights, I've heard a rumour that State of Origin could potentially be played in a 3-week block with all 3 games on consecutive Wednesdays. How do you think that would work? Would each state pick a 25-man squad and keep everyone together for the full 3 weeks, almost like the old Australian Kangaroo tours, Mace? And do you think players could physically get through 3 Origin games in 3 weeks? They're arguably the fastest, most brutal games of football all year. Would it create an incredible spectacle, or would we just end up running the game's best players into the ground and hurting the quality of the NRL run home? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Cheers,
that is so. I heard these little rumours as well, and I was like, I'm not sure if I like that. Do I like how it is now? Maybe. Because they were trying to say, like, we can have those rep rounds where we're like, well, that takes the Polynesian players out of New South Wales and Queensland if you're going to have Pacific, because we don't want those guys to have a choice.
I'm hearing an alternative. This is the alternative that I'm hearing. 4-week comp. I don't know how they break it down, but almost like a Challenge Cup tournament in between where the clubs are still playing over the 4 weeks. It's 4 weeks, so it's like 3 games with a break or a break into 3 weeks in a row. And whilst that is on, they play a Challenge Cup version in the middle of the season with the players that aren't in Origin. And
Challenge Cup, what for?
In the NRL with the NRL teams.
Oh, so no, like international, so it's not internationals.
Not internationals, because internationals, as much as
you can't fuck with the Pacifics.
The only internationals where it would work would be, I think, maybe England versus New Zealand during that period. But that's been an alternative that I've heard, and what I'm hearing is what is being considered is 4 weeks, so a 4-week block in the middle of the season to at least give a week before or after, however they end up fitting it in Origin to account for.
And the question, I think the players can handle 3 games in a row.
Yes, so do I.
Because it's what you can't really handle sometimes is the format that it's in now.
I agree.
I think the format that it's in now is worse for the players. You've got to back up. You've got to go to train, and depending on who your coach is, depending on where you're sitting on the fucking table, if you lock in for 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks, and you're in that squad, and all you know you're doing is playing Origin, fucking easy.
And from the coach's perspective,
not
as well,
easy playing the game, but easy mentally.
Yep, that's all right. From the coach's perspective, they rest players. Everyone gets. They're unable for selection before an Origin anyway, so they lose Origin players if they don't have a bye on those rounds at least 3 times throughout a season anyway. And then sometimes they have to rest the players after Origin if the game falls on a Friday or a Saturday. Yep. So worst case scenario, they could get a week off after the Origin series is finished and still decide to choose and rest their players an extra week, which would only be 1 week missing rather than like Kalen Ponga's only played 2 and he's been healthy this year. He's only played like 7 or 8 games this year because he's played Origin and Newcastle's schedule has been.
He did the injury at the Manly game early.
Oh, sorry, yeah, he did have the injury at the Manly game. That's correct, Lukey. But there have been games for players in and around Origin that might have missed 3 NRL games.
Yeah, or a bye or something like that. Like that's what he's been through. Yeah, so like just to hold Origin like that, I think would be, I don't know, I like that.
Yeah.
As a player, I would like that, knowing that I've got 3 weeks just to deal with. And then just don't know what they're going to do with the rest of the
Or maybe because this has been problematic.
And the Challenge Cup, when you say Challenge Cup, what does that mean?
So you played in the Challenge
Cup. I know that, but like, what do you play against Coogee Wombats?
No. So
or Batley Bulldogs come over?
The NRL competition with the, 17 teams. Yeah. The numbers don't quite align for a Challenge Cup. Yeah. You'd have to figure out maybe
some sort of competition.
Top Queensland Cup team from the year before and New South Wales Cup team, whatever that may be. But trying to find the number for it. And then like those who aren't aware, it's like a knockout competition. So if you lost week 1, then you've got 3 weeks off. But if you go all the way to a final. Another alternative is...
like the preseason Challenge Cup.
No, well, the preseason's different because it's not a knockout competition. So
but make it a knockout one, like similar to that. No?
Yeah, it would have to be... Yeah, you could do you could change the format and then it's not a knockout and they play all 4 games.
It's actually meaningful games.
Yeah. And it could be on for and against and stuff like that. Another alternative is the women's game. The scheduling for the NRLW is so difficult to watch all the games at the moment. So you could start the NRLW season the first 4 weeks to give it a boost at least to begin with.
Surely.
At the start of the competition. So there are more eyeballs, attendance at those games because there is clearly an appetite for the NRLW because you can see that reflected by the numbers that they get for Origin. But by the time they start their season for the NRLW, they're competing with the men and everyone's a little bit fucking rugby leagued out. We're trying to watch 13 games or 14 games over a season. So that's another alternative.
A lot of games, though. Imagine you watched all the women's games plus all the men's games plus.
Well, you can't. I tried
a couple of years ago. And that was when it was a shortened version and that was tough. Yeah. And now it's getting even more difficult with the extended games.
And they're playing at the same time. Like Eels versus Dragons was on at the same time as the Sunday games.
Why were they trying to compete? They need to fix that shit.
They're trying. I
don't know what they're going to do, but it's going to. Like, I don't mind the Origin format. It's what they do around it. Which I don't know what the fuck. This is why PVL gets paid millions. And millions.
If he starts a committee, you'd love to be on the committee though. To come up with
flick him a text.
Give you some ideas, mate.
By the way, that was brought to you by Mongrel Boots. So if you're looking where to get a pair of mongrels, head to mongrelboots.com.au to find your favourite boot and local retailer. Remember, let us know in the comments how good Mongrel Boots are for your chance to win a pair monthly. We absolutely love the Mongrel Boots. Let's get to the Jerome Luai situation, Mace.
Yeah.
This one comes from a comment from Steve. And he wants to know where the outrage is for the West Tigers around the situation. When Lachlan Galvin wanted out, the club leaked private negotiation details to the media to try and pressure him, then carried on like Ralph Wiggum after Lisa dumped him. That's a big reason.
That's a big carry on.
That's a big reason why this comment made the show, by the way.
Because I know exactly how Ralph fucking carried on.
Now they're reportedly trying to move Jerome Luai on because they want his money back. This is the same bloke who signed when the Tigers were a basket case and hardly anyone wanted to play here. He backed the club when plenty of others wouldn't. If I was Luai, I'd tell them, get stuffed. I don't have a release for 2027. I have one for 2028. I'll be back on November 1 with bells on, and you can pay me every cent of the 1.2. Funny how players should honour their contracts. It only seems to apply when it's the club that's benefiting.
I said that last week. That's the club. This is the club. That's the business. There's 3 sides of the story.
Yeah.
And, we don't know what Luai's going to do. I think he said that, I'll sort of, honour whatever the Tigers want him to do.
Yep.
And I think that's probably coming from the reason, just so I was trying to put myself in Luai's position. Yeah, they signed me on a big deal. And then this other massive deal just come out of nowhere and they've let me sign there. Fucking, you know what I mean? Regardless of the Lockie Galvin shit and all that shit. So I'm 100% sure that he meant every word that he said, and he back in Benji because all this shit wasn't coming his way like this time last year. Like the PNG thing, I don't think he was in his head at all.
Oh, I think the PNG stuff happened very quickly. But I think
I know that, but like I think this is his thought process. Now he goes, all right, Ollie, because you're letting me go out of my contract in the first place, so I won't cause any drama. That's about it.
There is none of what either party have done here is wrong.
No.
But here's the hard part for Tigers fans.
Yeah.
Right? This is a two-pronged problem.
Yeah.
One, and I've said this from the start, and I've said it repeatedly over the last 18 months, having clauses in contracts, something that if I was a club, it would be a non-negotiable. It would not be a part of signing. I would account for, and there are so many positives to what Jerome was able to do for the Tigers in the last couple of years by allowing him to have that clause. But rather than have short-term pain for long-term gain by allowing, the other way around, short-term gain for long-term pain, which is now being caused by the clause. Jerome had every right to activate his clause because he had a clause put in, and that was a part of the attraction of getting him to a club that was struggling. So Jerome has every right to activate that clause and then set himself up with a nice deal for Papua New Guinea. And I also fully appreciate and understand where the Tigers are at now because the Tigers are looking at it going, all right, we really wanted Jerome. We hoped the clause would help. We thought we could build a team around him. We feel like we've done that. There are some nice pieces there, and now Jerome's leaving. So this is a clause problem, and I've said this for a number of years as well, a November 1 deadline problem. Yeah. I know this is something that our good friends at the RLPA have said that is a requirement for to take away all the sort of head noise that we had around the June 30 deadline that used to really affect teams, players, organisations around, say, a season was trending up and looking good, and then all of a sudden a marquee player or a player would move on, or the other way around. So it created all this noise around a really pivotal part of the season. But November 1's, it's worse, mate, because what we're seeing now is a player who had a clause or players that are able to negotiate a year and a half out, basically by the time they arrive at their new club and play their first game. And then you see situations like this where it just doesn't work for anyone. And the pressure that is applied by fans, because then they start looking at it going, oh, well, trying to piece together what's happening with the club. But like
you put yourself in this position, Tigers.
The game, it's a game problem. This is an example with the Tigers and Jerome right now.
This is exactly like
right. So Jerome has every right, but the Tigers have every right to go.
Yes.
All right, fuck. Well, Jerome at first we said, like we feel like we're in a window and we're playing well, so let's keep it going. Now they're playing like a busted and they've got injuries. Yeah. They're looking at it going, fuck, we're probably not as close as we thought now that Jerome's moving on, and we want to reallocate that money. Yeah. So it's a game issue. It's a contract issue. Yeah. And I don't think I don't exactly know what the answer is, but I feel for everyone involved here because everyone's going to cop strays in it. Jerome's going to cop a lot, and he understands that. That comes with those big decisions. The Tigers are looking at it going, all right, well, fuck, Jerome's not going to be here in 2028, and we're trying to build something special here under Benji. So, all right, move on quickly. We can sort of start to build our...
It's an awful situation. Like how you broke it down there was fucking great, because I forgot about that. He come there with after his first year, he had a clause. Do you know what I mean? And then he had another clause. Or it was nearly every, he could possibly get out of his contract.
Year, I think it started from the second year.
But after that, which, you know what I mean? You can't, and that's the Tigers' fault, right? That's them. Roosters wouldn't have put that in. Melbourne's not putting that in. Penrith's not putting that in. None of these strong clubs, right? So if you've got a fucking strong culture, you don't put that shit in. 4-year deal, sign the whole fucking thing, you're staying here for 4 years. That's it, full stop. Then you won't have this shit show.
Yeah, there have been other examples of it at other clubs as well that have done it. And
it just hasn't worked out for anyone.
I think there's an understanding. The managers who were able to secure those deals for those players have done a great job. Gus has come out and said he's totally against it. And guess what? Here's the part of it too. Gus, and this is the other flip side of it. Gus has been criticised at times I'm missing out on big name players over the last couple of years. And maybe that's been a part of it,
clauses,
right?
mate.
Without knowing fully, without having clauses in it, they've missed out. And then there's criticism the other way. Oh, we've talked about this player, we've missed out with, So it's.
I fucking understand exactly what you're saying, mate. Because that's exactly what's happening. Because you'd love that if you're Jerome Luai. You're in a power position. You can play these other clubs, the lesser clubs who've got some coin. You can go, get me out of 2 years. I'll stay there 2 years. If I get a clause for New Guinea, I want out. To the manager. Fucking bang, straight in. You could go straight in. But bigger clubs don't do that. No, fuck you. Stay in here the whole time. Otherwise, deal off. That's what the big clubs do.
I will just say there was some different clauses around Melbourne that, just in case people hit you up in the comments, around young emerging players like Jonah Pezzett and Su'a, dependent on the senior players that were in those positions. So there have been versions of it.
Didn't Harry have a Santa Claus?
I know Jonah and Su'a did, pending the re-signings of both Pappy and Jerome Hughes at times, right? Like if there was a path that they could progress and those players moved on, then those clauses were activated as well. So there are different versions of them.
Yeah, this one is just the one that
another one that we see so often, Lukey, but being entrenched in sort of what the Parramatta Eels are going through right now. A lot of criticism around them and around their signings and lack of signings. I'd imagine, without even knowing what the front office are doing, the way that the Dylan Brown situation ended up for him, where they lost Dill with a clause put in his contract, which he activated, and then ended up moving on to Newcastle, which led to them potentially not having enough money to re-up Blaze Talangi, right? So Para have been criticised. Maybe they're taking a stance right now with managers that we don't know about, right? Like
there's a lot of this shit going on, Oz.
Yeah,
within some really big clubs and clubs like Para, Bulldogs, all that. They're not copping shit from managers anymore. Like with these fucking come in with clauses and this and that. Like they're like, fuck off if you're not going to deal with what we're giving you. Yeah. This is the perfect example. It's the Tigers and Luai. Luai he's the front foot, 4 premierships in a row, premier player. You want him, he can dictate terms. Otherwise you go somewhere else. We go somewhere else. But you wanted that bit. You wanted Luai because he bought in bums on seats, all that sort of shit, box office, blah, 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 got a bit of swag. You can bring all that shit from fucking from Penrith. You thought that was the guy, right? It was. But why'd you put that? Then you allowed this clause in, right? You could have said no. Then you would have lost him. So it's a double-edged sword. It's fucked, but I'm just saying, that's how business goes. These managers don't give a fuck. The players don't give a shit. There's no loyalty to anyone. So this is what happens. Only people that get hurt are fans. Fans don't fucking buy into it too much when you get these superstar players. They're not here forever to solve your problems.
I can't recall a contract in the last 12 months where they've talked about a clause, right?
Parramatta, no.
No, across the board. I feel like because of the situations that have happened recently with Tino's another example with the Titans before he re-upped, the Dylan Brown situation, all the chat around Jerome last year, even before he activated it. I think all the noise around him, I think clubs have started to figure out, all right, we're going to dig our heels in here.
Yeah, they will.
And because there's not one contract that maybe it's not reported on now because I know there are certain parts of
the big movements has been Keon. I guess you could throw
the Dragons
in. Yeah, a lot of the Dragons stuff, and everyone seemed to go there.
Yep.
So I can't seem to recall any clauses reported.
Reported. Yeah. So there's maybe a change of the perception of those.
There has to be. Yeah. Otherwise, the game will just be continually like be like the NBA.
What's it called when you can just silence? Like you'd have a within the contract there'd be a terms.
Yeah.
If this gets out, then X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
What's the word?
I know what you're talking about.
Non-disclosure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think strong clubs, big clubs, everyone they're well and truly over it. But it's like the 7 to fucking 14 to down below.
The
clubs that are desperate for big marquee players, and it shows everyone that we're moving in the right direction, and all the fans get fucking excited for it, like they were for Luai. Like I'm sitting there going, fuck, Luai might be out in a year or two. I'm sitting there as a realist. Like the fans are fucking thinking they're going to get 4 years of the best Luai ever, and I'm like, well, not really. If you put a clause in there for 2 years.
But then, do you look at it that it's been good for the Tigers because of their?
It was good when they were going all right. Now, if they didn't have Dewey getting injured, Fainu on the other side, KPP on the other side, Jareem Buller, Appy getting suspended. They had a real shit last 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks. If they were winning, none of this should be a fucking drama.
I will say that the positive in this, although Jerome is moving on, they've been able to retain a number of players this year. A number of those players have improved a lot during the time that Jerome's been there, and that's a credit to Benji, the Tigers, and Jerome as well. But like, are they able to sign Kai Pierce-Paul without Jerome? I don't know. Like, that's a hypothetical. You'll never know. Are they able to? I know Terrell's there, so there's a high possibility that they could have got Talon, but no doubt the relationship that Talon and Jerome had at Penrith helped as well. So they've been able to get players, they've been able to recruit players. Even though Jerome's moving on, they've done a great job at retaining a lot of those core players. Now it's about, like I've said now with the Tigers for a number of years, building the squad from 20 to 25. Yeah. That's their biggest issue. And there are some good youngsters that are coming through at the club, and they're probably a year or two away. And this is probably going to, I guess, frustrate a lot of the fans. But with Jerome moving on and the results not going their way at the moment, there is a great opportunity for some of these young kids who are getting an opportunity. Hayward got an opportunity on the weekend off the bench. Jessese Lanyon has been starting a couple of games in place of Uppy Coruscant. There's a young Javon Andrews that's Tigers fans are excited about. Macassini's in his first year. He's learning some real tough lessons in year one.
They've got talent.
So there are examples of progression.
That's the pathways, and that's the pathways that they've put in place. That's the centre of excellence at Concord. That's people wanting to go to the Tigers and come through that system. They've always had fucking good juniors, the Tigers. They seem to lose them, right? Luai's never been a Tiger, so he does no love for that club at all. It's all business in his eyes at the moment. So it is what it is. Tigers, you've got to be better in your administration. That's it. So it's and it hurts everyone. It hurts the fans mainly. It doesn't hurt Luai at all. He cops shit in paper. He gives a fuck off. But like this is administration, all from the fucking top all the way to the bottom. So as soon as the Tigers get that shit together, it's all right, and they're heading in the right direction. They got these juniors and that. Like, you put Luai out of that, fucking put these young kids in there and just let them go. Let an uninjured Dewey, let him go. Like, you've got Jareem Buller. Have they upgraded him yet?
Yep, he's done.
Yeah, you've got all these pieces, mate. Go with those guys.
Do you think those guys now that Tigers came out officially announcing it on the weekend, and then the CEO's on Triple M,
the release,
all that stuff?
Yeah, it's getting pretty ugly.
Oh yeah, because
the reports that I'm hearing is it's getting ugly now between it, because and that's the nature of something like this. And then
it's got to
Chinese whispers.
It's got to get ugly, right?
When Chinese whispers happens,
yeah.
Sorry, so just say the situation that he's in. Like, this is not going to be a pretty position at all.
No.
In 3 months, in 2 weeks, I reckon, because he's going to be. Well, what is he? He's going to be playing. He's going to be renegotiating with other teams. Does he have a fucking? Does he just sit out? Does he sit out for a year?
They've got the Bulldogs this week, mate. This is a huge game against you guys at a core stadium. I'd imagine he's still in the plans for this week, but like, if they're taking this stance now and ready to move on, it could get as ugly as, all right, let's have a look at this Javon Andrews. Like, let's have a look at Latu Faini starting.
That'd be pretty shit.
And that would suck for everyone.
Yeah, because it is both problems. It's not just Luai's, it's the Tigers and Luai. So to drop him right now, if anyone did anything like that, that is going to look terrible.
So they're in 13th. They've got 7 wins. They've still got a bye remaining, right? And they're only 3 wins off the Cowboys. So, and 2 wins off the Rabbitohs, who have had all 3 byes, but they're sitting in 6th right now. So there you go. They've got that in front of them. It's not completely over for them, but if it has the potential to get really ugly. And I'm already hearing enough whispers to say that it is getting ugly.
Oh, really?
Just in terms of what we were just saying then.
Yeah.
So how do you think Parramatta can, let's say it goes to Parramatta.
Yep.
Question 1, what is a fair for another rental, which is obviously way different to the Jonah Pezzett situation because of his level of, like, the level of play that you get.
He's an elite proven talent.
And then how does the club articulate why to the fan base better? Because it's people are, where's Lorenzo? And then they're upset that now Ronald's going as well.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on that?
So let's start off with Ronnie. So Ronald Volkman, great story. I love him. I've met him a couple of times. He's a great human. I don't think he's a long-term option at the club. I said this a couple of weeks ago. If you were able to keep Ronnie on a club-friendly deal and he be your, a starter with injuries or Mitch missing in Origin, that would be the perfect scenario. But Ronnie probably thinks he deserves a chance with his form to go and prove himself at another club. Lorenzo Talentino, I've heard great things about him. I haven't seen him play, so I can't comment on that. But all I know is people were excited about him at Parramatta. So given an extra year, probably the perfect scenario for Lorenzo. You get Jerome come in with Mitch Moses to learn from two elite players, specifically a Polynesian player as well, because Polynesians naturally are more observant and take better advice from people that they feel like that have walked the same path and had the same story. So I think it would be great for Lorenzo if Lorenzo is the long-term future. And even though I believe, and I said this last week, I don't think Parramatta are close enough to be in a window to get a Jerome, that doesn't mean their mentality is that. And that would be a poor mentality if that's the way they're thinking. Oh, we're still a couple of years away. Let's not go for Jerome. They should be thinking, and every club should be thinking, all right, we're in a win now. Like the way they finished last season, it hasn't gone that way this year, but I've said it before. It is the Parramatta Eels and South Sydney Rabbitohs that have been affected by injury the most out of any club in terms of the amount of games that they've missed by players. So maybe they think, all right, if we get a full deck of cards, some of the trials and tribulations that these players have gone through and you've got a number of players under 50 games that have got experience, you get Junior Barlow back next year. You get Will Penasini playing more footy. You get
all of them.
It's escaping me now, but Riley Smith's missed some games. Bailey
Hopwood.
Simonson's
Hopwood.
Jermaine Hopwood. Hopgood.
Yeah.
So maybe they feel like if they get a
Big Dory.
Matty Dury is another one. Yeah, he's probably
middles.
the best out of the younger bunch.
Only going to get better too. Like the guys that are getting experience this year, the next year they'll always be better. So I don't know what's going to happen, man. There's going to be a lot of teams out there going, I don't want the drama. I don't want the drama. The drama. There's probably going to be about 12 teams like that. There'll be another 5 that'll be like, okay, we could use him for a year.
At least half the teams.
There would be. They just don't want drama anymore. Just want to build on our pathways. We've got our own clear fucking 5-year plan.
Yep.
This wasn't part of it. Fuck off, everyone. But there will be clubs there that'll be going, okay, you wouldn't mind Luai if we can get him for the right price, 1.2 mil. What's the Tigers paying? What are they willing to pay? That's where it could get fucking yuck.
Yeah. Could get really yuck.
So he wants to go, okay, some other club goes, I'll give you 600. Where's the other 600 coming from?
Mate,
Tigers are like, I only pay 400. That's where it's going to get over.
I want to say this too, and I say this with confidence. If Parra are able to get Jerome Luai for 600,000, you take it.
You take it.
I think that's my cap mentally as well.
Oh, mate, if you get him for 6, if you have to pay the full freight of 1.2, it's not worth it.
These average halves are on 6.
Yeah.
Average. Really average. Barely first graders are on nearly 6. If you can get him for 6, you fucking get him.
Yeah. That's a great pick.
Yeah. Mate. There's
Take
a lot. Take advantage if you are in a situation like that and you get him for 600, a Jerome Luai for 1 year, and he can it's no big drama, you take him. Because these other little young halves and that are on close to pushing a mil. They wouldn't be nowhere near Luai's talent.
And the last little bit too, like Jason Rolls, I believe in what Jason Rolls is doing, but he needs to win games. He wants to win games. So he's desperate to have a proven commodity, play the halves with Mitch. Mitch ain't getting any younger.
Yeah,
he's ticked the boxes at New South Wales level over the last couple of years. Fucking imagine he wants to win some fucking playing some big games.
Just meaningful football. Just winning every not winning, not losing 4 in a row, 5 in a row, being inconsistent, just being consistent in the top 8, all that sort of shit. That's what he's used to. But it's if you can get him for half the price, just for 1 year, there'll be some teams there. It'll be like 5 or 6, I reckon that'll be, we'll slightly look at him.
All right, let's get to the Tigers' performance on the weekend with the Warriors defeating the Tigers 32-6. 2 big takeaways for the Wars for me, Mace, and I've been really impressed by, which have almost cemented them a top 4 spot and the ability to fight for home field advantage for the top 2. Yeah. Next man up mentality.
Yes.
Mate.
They got it.
Having the ability to rest Mitchie Barnett and Kirk Capewell, but get James Fisher-Harris and Leka Halasima back.
Fuck, how good was that?
They're just they're the opposite of the Tigers. They may not have. This may sound weird to people to listen to this. They may not have a better starting 1 to 17 than the Tigers.
Yeah.
On paper, fully fit, but they've got a dramatically better 1 to 30, and that's what wins you competition points throughout the year. That's why we often say this, Mace. We've been on both big runs. You've won a competition, knowing how important a squad is. The Warriors have got that, and again, knowing how difficult it can be sometimes at the back end of the season when you get teams that you're expected to beat. You drop the shoulders, you drop the intensity.
You're at Campbelltown.
It's a low place to play.
Friday night, fucking bit cold, dewy.
I know they don't have a great record there, but it's cold, it's miserable out at Seatown. Yeah. I grew up just around the corner in Penrith, so I know what it's like. They love the challenge of it. In fact, they thrive. They probably should have won by more. Yeah. They had a couple of opportunities that I'd love to have back. And they're travelling at the moment. They are clearly, and with the, I guess the uncertainty around some of the teams just below them that I still have for them, Warriors are setting up really nicely for a strong end of the season.
Yeah, so when they get those boys back, the leadership from Fish was outstanding. Fuck, he just set the tone, mate. How long was he out for? A week or two?
It felt like him and Leck are out for at least 4, maybe 5.
Right. Yeah. Good. And that's the beauty of like when you don't have to rush him back into, right? Because you got Mitchy Barnett up there. But then you got Ford, he went out, you know? So it's like, then you've got that other, who's the other prop? Smith? Tanistyle Smith. He's
playing awesome.
He's having a crack. Yeah. He's doing, not having a crack, he's a proper first grader, proper starter now.
It's going to be a headache for Webby if Jackson Ford can return by the end of the season with full deck of cards. This is what they've packed. This is what their pack and rotation will look like. It's probably going to be Fish and Barney up front. Tanistyle Smith, Dimitri Uvai-Mo'unga, and Jackson Ford on the bench. Yeah. But then you're missing out on like.
That's what we tried. Remember, we tried to fucking say weeks ago what's going to happen when they have a full deck of cards by the end of the year.
They haven't.
Someone's going to. Yeah. They haven't had. Now, I think it's going to be perfect timing. Right, when everyone's going to have a little bit of a break. You know, it's hard to get your 17 players all the way through, right? You're going to use about 25 to 30. That's where they're deep. And that's where they're proving to everyone. That's where they're deep. That's where Penrith's deep all the time. Penrith's been shown glimpses of, losing that depth, but it's because everyone keeps taking their players. Yeah. But the Warriors are deep. Like you got guys that are like, Patrick Vaimonga.
Yeah.
He could possibly miss out.
No way.
I'm just saying. Well,
he could, but no way.
I know Stanley Smith will probably miss out.
I can't say that with
Jackson
any
Ford comes back.
Yeah.
That's it. You can't have three big boys.
Well, I'll give you another fucking headache then. Here's another headache.
Yeah, I'll fucking like.
Do you want another one?
No.
Jacob Laban was the best player on the field.
Yeah, I love him.
Mate, he has really benefited from the minutes that he's picked up with Leka Halasima being out and Kurt Capewell being away on Origin. I don't know what you fucking do with those three as well.
Yep.
Like, how can you drop Laban right now?
No, you can't. And that's just why
So we're really trying to figure out 3 bench spots for the middle.
Yeah.
All right? Do you want me to give you another headache?
Well, Nick or threw a fucking spanner in the works.
You can't not have Healy and Wade Egan because they complement each other.
Yeah, I like Healy. And this is the perfect example of iron sharpens iron.
Yeah.
In the middle, right? They all know.
He's lucky he's got a 6-man bench.
But they all know when Barney was out, right? Fuck, it's my turn to shine. What does Jackson Ford do? Come out of the he was around for a while. We weren't thinking he was going to put up numbers like this.
Yep.
Fish goes out. Barney comes back in. Barney goes out, fucking Tanner Smith comes in, that rotation, and Lecker goes out. Laban comes in, goes, fuck yeah, got my spot back, gonna do it all. Cable's out. Do you know what I mean? They're coming in and they're going as hard as they can just to show, because they know what when you're in a little bit of a window, fucking nail it. You get this, boys, if everything falls right. Right? The 2 halves that come in, knowing that Metcalf's sitting on the bench, haven't let anyone down. No.
Well, at the start of the year,
you're not even looking at Metcalf.
At the start of the year, the 4th best option for the Wars in the halves, and I can't even say this with certainty as well because it might have even been Luke Henson, Tamati Martin. Now,
looks unreal.
It was trying to figure out. We were discussing and trying to figure out before round 1 who was going to start when Luke Metcalf was healthy between Tanner Boyd, Luke Metcalf, and Chanel Harris-Tavita. Remember, like the first 3 weeks, Tamati Martin's been their best player, even when they've lost games, probably in the last month, he's been the most consistent. He's been unreal.
Yep.
And that's not even to downplay what Chanel's doing, but Tamaitis is playing at such a high level
he's taken his game to a high level. I didn't think he had. I didn't know that he had another level.
I didn't realise any of these guys did. Well, Webby's a fucking weapon.
Yeah, just give him a fucking. He's a halfback whisperer.
He's a halfback whisperer.
Front row whisperer. He's just a whisperer. He just whispers in there.
He just whispered over.
He's a whisperer. That whisper.
You know at halftime.
Remember that song, that whispering song? You sing that?
Oh.
It's a crazy song back in the 2000s.
Is it Paul?
No, he's two Yin Yang twins.
Yin Yang twins.
He's one of the Yin Yang white boy twins. Wait till you see Ma. Go on, Webby.
Hey, you know how they say
Yin Yang, he's in the Yin Yang.
You know how they say every coach has got one good spray in him?
Yeah.
Webby's the opposite. He's only got one good whisper in him
just
per season.
All whispers.
I feel like he's had about 3 this season.
Oh, he just not stops whispering, mate.
He doesn't go, you don't go wasting your whispers.
Yeah.
He's saving that whisper, that proper whisper for a big game because he's the whisperer.
He's the whispering king. I don't know what he's doing there, but he's got these halves playing like absolute gems. They're back, like even their centers where I was like, when you lost Roger, I'm like, and Roger was playing with some balls, man. Like he was hitting, had some swag, some aura, he was killing them. I'm like, fuck, when he went down, I'm like, who's going to take his spot? Yeah, then you got Pompey and Leotea. They're starting to just...
Mate, Alofiana Camperera's yardage carries, he's never carried the ball like that at the time.
Because it's set standards at that club. That's the only reason why he's doing that. When he was coming through, it's the system you come through, right? Yeah. You come through the system at the Gold Coast where they allow bullshit, right? When he was there. And now he's coming through this one. There's levels, there's fucking systems and there's
non-negotiables.
Non-negotiables that you have to do if you want to play in the back five.
Yeah.
And they all do it.
Yeah.
They all do it to a high level. Look how good fucking D-Dub's playing. Because he's fucking...
Well, he's out. He missed this game.
There's not a game or run that he's not putting 100 in.
Yeah.
He needs a rest.
You watch that in video,
He
right?
needs a rest.
Yeah. He did his hammy last week.
Yeah.
But if you watch that in video, you can see, like, if you're not a Lofiana Camperera thinking, next time I get a carry.
Look how right,
yeah.
Oh, next time, next time, because he's setting the standard.
Yeah.
And I love seeing that because when he got his chance this week, he's like, I need to run like that because my middles expect me to run like that. Yeah. If I'm stepping around and fucking around and trying to do that, that ain't it. It's not it. We know how fast you are. We've seen how fucking fast and strong you are in the gym. We've seen you do fucking some interviews and everything like that and saying, love the Warriors, can't wait to play, blah, 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 blah. In the preseason, here's your fucking chance. And he's proven it. No one knew he had this in him. Because no one fucking had standards and shit like that at times when he was coming through then.
Yeah.
Now, that's just a big tick to where the fucking Warriors are right now.
Standards
it's scary.
And belief.
Yeah. That's this. If you're a young kid and I want to play for the Warriors, be a Wars. I want to be in the Wars. Well, that's
for sure you would.
It's a fucking culture now.
If you're a young kid growing up over there and you considered in the past leaving to progress and
come over here.
It's the opposite.
No, I'm staying here.
Webby's developing players way better than anyone outside of Penrith, in my opinion.
Yep, I'm with you.
All right, let's get to the Tigers. I was watching Jerome's body language throughout this just to get a feel for where things are at the moment. He was energetic.
He always is.
But I feel like he's lost his fire, and there are a couple of things that are factoring into that. Obviously, what he's going through right now is a huge part of it. But also, like when I watch the Tigers and I want them to be better, but they still make Tigers errors.
Yeah.
And again, this is similar to what I've been saying about the Titans for a while. They've got guys that have played a whole heap of games and really good, high-quality NRL players, but still make really immature mistakes throughout games. And that's a reflection of being in those cultures that the Tigers and Titans have been in for the last 5 years. And it's hard to break, mate. I'm not saying it's easy. It's hard to break. To get out the inconsistencies of what you've been. Sometimes it requires you to leave and go to another club to realise that you don't have to come up with a play like Adam Dewey for as good as he's been this year. Early in the game, they get a penalty. He goes to kick for touch.
Yeah,
and he
fucked it.
And he misses touch. Like things like that.
He's one of the best strikers in the game.
By the way, I love that he goes for distance as well.
I love it.
Shits me when I'm at games and I feel like
10 metres.
Halves just kick it out. But you've got to execute, mate. He's got such a big boot.
I saw that and it just defeated the Tigers. I was like, Tigers are done here. It was early.
When you're going through a tough period, mate, or a tough couple of seasons,
mate, it's
and
fucked.
then someone doesn't make touch, you just go, fuck.
Head, shoulders drop, mate. And I could see, and imagine being like, put yourself in Jerome Luai's boots, right? Fucking Penrith Junior, Mount Druitt boy, just fucking from the hood, all that sort of shit, comes through the Penrith grades, comes through the greatest fucking dynasty of all time, right? Get told, signs with the Tigers, and then you got to deal with this, the level that is at Penrith, right? And what the culture and everything that's been set standards-wise, and then coming to a team like the Tigers, who are trying to obviously fucking build, not shit on the Tigers that much. It'd be fucking hard, mate, because you're playing with some absolute freaks. You don't have to worry about anyone else but your job. Now he's looking inside, he's looking out, and he's like, are you doing your job? I mean, is fucking fullback doing his job? Is the right side back rower doing his job? Is middles doing their job? He's had some of the best middles ever to play with, right? He's had Leota, he's had Fish, he's had some big boys over there like Mitch Kenny, guys that move real good, right? Saves him from getting one-on-ones all the time out there on that left three.
Well, that's what it led to, mate. So a couple of tackles later, they go down. Fish runs straight through Jerome, right? And Jerome's got to make the tackle. I know it's Fish, but he's got to make the tackle. But we understand. You can understand how there's a trickle effect, and that's what I was watching with the Tigers. Another one, I wrote this down as well. Halasima won off the ruck, coming off the sideline on play 4, ran 15 metres untouched. And that was right in between Terrell and Alex Twal, who are having great seasons individually. But it's a reflection of like where they are. Like it's they're doing all this extra work, and then you throw in the distractions of what the Tigers constantly go through.
Then team being young as well, man.
Bunty Afoa, like a late hit on Chance Nickel-Clogstad. I know he's pumped up because he's playing his former team, right? He's 150 games in. Bunty's too experienced to do shit like that. And then he's offside off a kick. Like it's the same old story for the teams that are down the bottom, and it's tough, and it takes time trying to change the mentality of teams that are down the bottom. Because I'll go back to it. Tigers
little
fans,
things like you just
I've
mentioned
lived
there.
both sides of it. So I focus more on things where I'm like, I remember what that was like by the time I got to a good team that didn't do that. Or if it did do that, or if we did do that when I was at Manly, we had enough fucking fight in us to get out of it, and it only happened once. But not like 3 or 4 of these things that happened at the time.
And at this level where the game has changed, where little things, we always say momentum switches and momentum change, you're fucked. You go down, Warriors score 2 tries, and it's like 12. No, what? Just because we didn't kick it out?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, just go back, not blaming Dewey, but that little fundamental one about kick, you just kick it out.
Dewey's just the example on
that
this.
Was, but the ripple effect from that, it's just like, okay, well, that's where you guys are pretty much, right?
Yeah.
Little things like when you can't even defend. That was only in the first 10 minutes. You can't defend your line for that long.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like fuck, mate, and that comes with a little bit of where they are at the moment.
Yep.
Right. A little bit of inexperience, and just.
Distraction.
A lot of distraction and not being able to deal with it.
Yeah.
Right? You just got to be able to compartmentalize a lot of the shit that's going on now at the Tigers, scrape it to the side, know that you're representing the Tigers, and fucking put in maximum effort. And some of them, the youngsters can't do that yet.
Speaking of the youngsters, you could tell Samuel Afonu, they've really missed him. Benji said he's on minute restriction, so hopefully Samuel hasn't re-aggravated anything or injured anything.
Yeah.
Because we didn't see him in the second half. He was able to get our try, and people were texting me nonstop during this game too. Why I started to lock in a little bit more on Laban, who was excellent. He did everything but score for me.
Yeah.
I thought when he made the break at the end.
That's all I was watching was Laban.
Could have been a juicy multi, but we got close enough, and we'll continue. We'll get one soon. If you win some, you lose more. You gamble responsibly. You don't worry about things like that.
Back to Laban, sorry, but like fuck, is he Samoan or Tongan?
He played for the New Zealand Māori.
Okay, right.
He could be for
so
us.
He should be New Zealand, yeah. It's like a little Stephen Kearney / fucking.
Yeah, you got a bit of Steve Kearney about him.
He was born in Samoa, but he relocated to New Zealand at age 4.
So he can play for Samoa.
There you go. SARS will be after him heavy then.
Big time.
Mother's Māori, and his old boy is from the Samoan village of I'm not even going to try that.
Okay.
Try it, Lukey.
You go. Attempt it. They'll appreciate it.
Faleuela.
Got it.
Sa'anapau.
Yeah. There we go. Good effort. Way better than me, Mace, anyway, because we suck with
I
our
pride
pronunciation.
myself on being half decent when I try.
Yeah, good on you. Good effort. Sharks fans.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
This is the worst result for me possibly at levels, right?
Yeah.
Dolphins, who I'm the number one fanboy.
Same. I'm number 2.
Sharkies, who I've been questioning now for the last couple of years. 66 to love.
Yeah. They would have loved you. This is all I was thinking about. I was like, Ozzy's in some fucking trouble here. Because I didn't watch this live, and because I went straight to the Bulldogs game live. And then I heard it. And the Dolphins getting pumped. 66. I was like, what? 66-0? So Ozzy be in trouble here. You don't know what to say on Monday. But then I had to go back and watch it. I was going to KO mini it because I'm like, what do you get out of the 66-0? I was like, they didn't score for like 20 minutes. Yeah, it wasn't like it was
a contest to begin with.
It was a contest, mate.
It was a contest.
Just a couple of fucking they were on the Sharks. Nothing, and it doesn't help. Fucking Nico kicks every single goal.
He was on.
He was on. Braden Trindle, that ball was silky.
It was a tale of two halves. Normally when you say a tale of two halves, it's all right. Dolphins were good in the first half. Sharks blew them out in the second half. Braden Trindle put on a clinic in the first half, and it's when you see this version of Braden Trindle and Nico Hines, it's why and maybe why I've been off the Sharks in the last couple of years, because they get me excited about what they could be.
Yeah, I'm thinking they're in the grand final.
Because deep down, I like a lot of the players, right?
They're in the grand final after this game.
I often have arguments with Sharks fans when they say if they perk up now and start talking shit when they haven't talked shit for the last 3 or 4 weeks when the performances haven't been like this, right? But I'm the same as most Sharks fans. I'm like, I'm watching it going, fuck, I know they're capable of this. Can they take the next step? And for as much respect as I've got with what the Warriors are doing right now, this year's top 2, 3, 4, I don't think is as strong as it's been in years past. Because I think the competition from like 3 to 10 is wide open. So like week to week, maybe not as exaggerated as this performance was, because this was an absolute clinic. They were super dominant. In fact,
they didn't do anything wrong.
I can't not flip the two teams now. I can't not say that Sharks are probably 3 and 4 and Dolphins haven't slid all the way down to fighting for the 8, because that's the way I view it now after this.
Only because Hammer and that didn't play, because I know how important Hammer is, and I know important, like BULLDOGS being, he's a rep player, he's going to come back in a different way. And Katoa's the main one, mate.
But that's unacceptable.
I know it's unacceptable, but I will let this one slide a little bit because of the fact that they had about 4 or 5 of their starters out. So he's up.
I think it's only 3. And are there big
Katoa,
Hammer,
Bostock was someone else.
I think that's it, mate.
So, yeah, Plath played.
Flegler played.
No more outside backs.
Fuiaki played. Lemuelu played.
Yeah, it was a terrible, terrible fucking game. It was awful. Their defense was bad. Everything that they've worked for, like they've won 8. I mean, like I think 8 in a row or something, or 9 out of 10. I don't know what they're doing, but that was unacceptable at your home ground. They should just never play there. Fucking ground sucks for them. When they get pumped by 50 the first
Fosball.
Yeah. Fosball pumped them by 50, this one by 60. No, just play all your games at Suncorp.
You know how they've got...
Build a different ground.
There is, just played Suncorp.
Play fucking somewhere else.
They've played.
Build a whole new ground next door to it.
It actually looks like an awesome ground to attend too. Yeah, I'd love to sit up in that Leagues Club.
They need us up there. Last time we went, good run.
Yeah,
it's been a while.
You need us back, Dolphins.
Fins up.
Yeah. It's worn off, the levels effect.
All right, the levels effect is finally running out.
Yeah, we can only help for 8 weeks, mate.
Yeah, are they back at KO weeks?
No, I don't think I think they only had the 2 games this year, or maybe right at the death. Let's have a look. I'll get it up here. So let's go to Cowboys at Suncorp. That'll be fucking huge next week. Wynn Stadium, Suncorp, 4 Pines, Suncorp, Allianz. That's their last game.
Their back 5 was good. The Sharks, weren't they? That's probably the best I've seen them play.
Yeah, there's just cup games for the rest of the season.
Like Ramian, he schooled Herbie. Herbie had probably had one of his worst defensive games, I think.
Yeah.
There's 3 tries Ramian scored.
Yeah, everyone.
And a couple down
I
that edge.
think Ramian got 2, Katoa got 2.
Yeah.
It was a reflection of how dominant they were.
Through the middle,
but I thought defensively early on Herbie, who always asks questions, right? That's where Ramian did his best work.
Yeah. He was good.
Yeah.
Kennedy. He's on another level.
$150 too. Him and Oregon Kafusi played the 150th game.
Yeah.
You know how much I love Kennedy.
Yeah, but
I think he's one of the more underrated fullbacks in the comp.
I was trying to write him off a couple of years ago.
they've only signed him to 1 year deals for 2 years, Cronulla. So Cronulla are the same. They sort of feel like, oh, well, we like him, we don't love him.
Try and get a better fullback on the market than him.
So
it's not locked up for 3 years.
Yeah.
You know? Like he's so consistent.
Yeah.
Feels like a real big part of the locker room as well.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
You know, like you can see the brothers there. Like you got Ramey in there, you got Trindle.
Did you see the Tongan fisherman interviewing people after the game?
No, I didn't. Did he? You got Hazelton was starting. Yeah, big Kafusi come on there. Just the way it mattered of the tries that they scored against the Dolphins was just like, you just got to scrap this game if you're the Dolphins. I'm not sure how much mental sort of much of a mental thing this would play on them. Well, you'd hope to think, nah, get out.
We'll see. We'll find out.
Suck, mate.
Because they're playing a very dangerous Cowboys team now.
Yeah.
So we'll find out straight away this week.
On Thursday, yeah.
Will they have any scars from it? I thought Adden as well, when he came on the field, he was just walking. He was walking people back. Like he was just contact. In those conditions, when you're on the back foot, trying to tackle Adden is just problematic.
You'd be hating it when you get...
The Sharks dictated terms and controlled the middle of the field. I know they scored the tries on the edges, but the middles were just walking back. You know who they were targeting?
Started with Hazelton and Kafusi, mate.
Yeah.
You ain't starting with fucking Fanua Blake or like some... You can handle those two guys.
Yeah.
You got Molo and like fucking... and Flagler.
It wasn't them, boys. So what was happening was they were really spotting up and targeting Trey Fuller heavily. Once they got inside the 20 and 30 and he sits himself at soft day, Brayley was sending traffic at him the whole time, creating that extra number and then shifting. That's what they did. They did it with fucking...
This is why I always say different fullbacks can play that role.
Yeah.
Very good, some can't.
Yeah. For as brave and tough as he is, and I rap, Trey Fuller as well, sometimes this is my concern about Trey Fuller playing full-time NRL, and that's why it's perfect for the Dolphins, right? I know this is not a good example of it, but during that bye period, if he can fill in every now and again, if he was to play again this week, and I imagine Hammer's going to be straight back in unless he picked up an injury that I'm not aware of, the opposing, like the Cowboys would be crazy not to target Fuller at A and B defender, like sending Jace Tomalolo, sending Tom McKaylee, sending Matt Lodge, whoever it may be, Griffin Neem, just send him at him, create the quick play of the ball, get the momentum, and then have the shot on the edge. Because everyone thinks Herbie and fucking Averillo are done defenders now because they got fucking 8 tries scored on them. Yeah. They're getting attacked through the middle first.
And that Brayley was class.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Reed Marnie's like that as well. He's a when you get the nines that think forward first, hit front guys first.
Yeah.
You got real problems if you haven't got a good defending fullback. You got to work harder for Trey Fuller if you're in the middle.
Yeah.
I know he's there, but you cannot let them get to him.
Yeah, you're right.
Your markers need to be way better and detailed, and A needs to be way better.
Yeah.
You cannot let Trey Fuller get in any fucking tackle near the line, ever. You know what I mean? If you're on your guard every single time, you should never let him get into a tackle because you know what's going to happen after.
Huge swing differential too for the Sharkies, right? Like, because that's so important now with how close the ladder is. That gets them to a plus 123, and the Dolphins in a really congested they're on the same amount of points as 3 teams and close to the Knights and Sharks. Now they drop 60 points, which is obvious to 60-point swings. So they go to plus 64 when they were over 100 before this game. Crazy swing. And because of the swing, in that scoreline, in the fashion in which both teams played, I'm swapping the teams. You have to. Even being a Sharks hater. Your Bulldogs.
They're gone for the year.
Your Bulldogs are. The Raiders.
No,
the Dolphins. No.
Like, I'm not giving up on the Dolphins.
I'm not.
Because, these shitty little things. Oh, if you beat by 50, you don't win.
Until someone breaks it.
Yeah, I think I'm still thinking that they can be a top 4 team and make some real fucking noise.
Until someone breaks it, we'll consider it a thing.
Yeah.
I said before the game, the Bulldogs were the only team that could progress if they won, and they didn't. No denying that both of these two teams are going to be a pain in the ass at the end of the season because they've still got a talented roster. But the Bulldogs are done, in my opinion, Mace. The Raiders beat them 40-16, and Owen Paddy shows
him too.
Shows
40-20.
His level with consistent starting time. the Raiders can be a pain in the ass, and he should be given every opportunity with the runs that he gets at the back end of the season to start next year, because
he's class, mate.
The Raiders and Bulldogs are similar in they've both been disappointing this year. They've both got talent, a talented roster enough to be better than where they're sitting. And I feel like the upside with Owen Paddy, I was the biggest fanboy of Owen Paddy last year.
He said some things to learn, didn't he?
Yeah.
And he's learned them.
He's been plying his trade in the New South Wales Cup. He's got about 3 starts now over the last 3 weeks. And he put on a clinic on you guys. Yeah, he dominated.
The second 40-20 was silky.
Yeah.
I was that angle.
The room for error.
Perfect.
Connor Tracy couldn't even catch it.
No,
because if he caught it, he was just going to run straight over.
That was beautiful.
He was in position to catch it too.
One of the best 40-20s I've seen, because I see, especially from the back, from behind you. You, if you're a 9, like you want to see that, and like I want to hook it back and then one bounce out. Fucking good on him. Great kick.
What? When he plays his, he's a fucking long-term NRL elite player.
Big time. Starling's just because Starling's been so outstanding for him.
Yeah, because Starling's such a goer.
Yeah,
he's such a Ricky Stewart sort of player. Yeah.
But they were, we had our opportunities. We got held up 3 times. Like with Jeffro not putting that ball down, just frustrating little fucking things.
What about Noel Martin though?
Noel Martin. I know it was a great save, but like wingers, you know what you got to do when you fucking hold on the ball.
Doesn't matter what position you're in.
No,
you're in a position like
see that you are. It's try time, mate. Like you hold on to that thing like it's fucking baby.
Yeah.
And great save, Noel Martin. Great. Who picked the fucking thing up? Savage. He just went all the way. If you go back and look at it, I don't know. Like I think he loses possession.
Definitely
He doesn't lose possession and then just reground it with his gut.
No.
I don't know. That's what they're trying to say. But big play from him.
Yeah.
Then he scores a try. He's been out since the double Cindy, doesn't he?
Double Cindy. Yeah, Lukey thought he was playing for it, but he ended up missing 10 weeks.
Yeah, fuck. What do you hate him for?
What do you hate Noel
Ruin on his
Sticky.
He's only
hate
young.
Sticky.
He's only young, man.
No,
he's only young.
He bags Sticky all the time when we're off podcast.
Arsehole, man. I tell Stick too, mate. Don't worry about it.
Wrong power.
Yeah.
How'd you back,
just because you're
nice.
you're like
Bleeds blue and gold.
Everyone forgets about his tenure in fucking Para.
Yeah, it was forgettable.
Yeah, he's fucking ball in and out. He saved my career. Fucking 6'1" Matua.
He saved my career by fucking me off.
Oh, it's the best.
I love Stick for it.
Raiders were they come to play, mate.
Yeah.
Well, they did. And so did we. Like, we were in it. Like, it sucked.
For sure you were.
The score doesn't dictate how hard we were having a crack, but we just couldn't. We didn't execute. Right? Getting held up 3 times. That's defeating.
Yeah.
When you shoot, just say you go in at half time instead of 18-0, you go in at like it's 16-14. What it should have been. Then you go in the second half with
the Harry Hayes one was just as bad.
Yeah.
When Sanders come over and tackled him as well.
Yeah. It's just ball security. Yeah. Just holding the fucking. Like we don't score many tries, middles. Yeah. I get it from wingers. Wingers, they get a little bit fucking loosey with the carry, with the put down. I've seen it happen before. Middles, mate, fucking strong as hell all the way to the ground.
Yeah. But wingers should be more used to it.
I know.
Harry Hayes, I can understand.
Put in your left fucking hand.
I used to get white line fever as a back row because you ain't score as many as the wingers.
Yeah. But like just even like when like the Silky Jenkins, right?
Yeah.
Does he drop that? Or does he put it in his left hand so far away from fucking Noel Martin that he could not get near it?
Yeah. I'm trying to remember exactly how the
right arm carry.
Let me see.
It's right arm carry. It's all the time. I don't understand with the fucking skill set of these young kids. I'm not just having to go on a Jeffro.
Yeah.
I'm like, mate, if you're going on the right, if you're scoring on the left and someone's coming across, you got to try to change fucking hands.
Where is it? Paddy kicks another.
You need that skill set.
There it is.
Oh, see?
Yeah,
left arm.
Yeah, left
right
arm.
Arm palm out.
Yeah.
Like guys like fucking Isaka and all that.
Isaka.
All the gun finishes on that left side because they score most of the tries. Toops and everyone. You don't fucking see that ball. If they're that close, if you're coming across, if you've got a right arm carry try, what else can you go for? You were smashing that fucking ball. Noel Martin knew exactly where that ball was.
Yeah. It's great effort.
If it was in his great effort, I get the fucking efforts in that, but it's the smarts of a left side winger to put the thing in your fucking left hand. That's your skill set.
Did you see someone commented on when you ran over Billy?
Yeah.
Comment.
No.
You could have switched hands.
You could have switched hands.
No, that's one of my mates, a smart ass. Fucking Ed. There you go. You should have switched.
That was good. Because you honestly, you talked about switching arms in that
clip.
thing. And then we used the clip and you're like, yeah, that's the one. Put that clip
Yeah.
up. And then you didn't switch
I didn't have
arms.
to switch hands. I didn't have to, mate.
If it's not required, as long as you
not
score,
required.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
doesn't matter. But if you don't switch and you blow it,
Yeah, you're fucked.
yeah. Hey,
just
I want to
like
talk. I want to
fly.
talk.
That was flags. Go away, Bill. Come on, man.
So 2 big ins. Noah Martin, huge play, excellent game, absolute weapon. A future Raider for next 5 or 10
he
years.
can play.
Even looks like a Raider. Like if you took a picture of someone and goes,
Viking.
"What team does he play?" and you didn't know,
He
Raider.
could be a goalie for Norway, I reckon. You wouldn't even know.
Speaking of that with Canberra, can the fans not do the row? That's mad cringe.
That was the fucking worst thing. Oh, they attempted it.
Yeah, they
If you're going to
started the
attempt
row.
shit like that, fucking don't do it at Acor with 2 people.
Yeah, it was cringe.
Oh, it was
Yeah,
bad.
I didn't see
text
that.
my
Raiders
fan
fans,
mate, and he
Raiders-
was off it.
Raiders fans, do it at your home ground when they blow that fucking, when they beat the drum and shit. If you want to try and copy off it, I get what you're trying to do, but I saw it and I went, fucking stop.
Yeah, nah.
It's look bad.
yeah, I'll have to watch.
Come
that
on, Raiders fans, be better
Just
than
cut
that.
to it. It was sort of just like a throwaway mid-game, and they
Yeah, it was, but there was only 10. It was
about
about
12 of them. I reckon.
there was about
max.
fucking 12,000 people in the crowd, and 10 with fucking 10,000
So it
with
kinda
Bulldog
started.
supporters.
It's like, nah,
No,
this
I mean
ain't it.
20,000. Yeah, it looks stupid. Do it at your home ground.
Don't even do it.
I want to talk
Don't ever
about
do
the
it.
best possible makeup. We talked about the makeup of the pack for the Raiders. Here's what I think the makeup should be for the Raiders. So Hudson Young started off the bench because of Origin with Ethan Strange. He goes back to the left edge back row like he normally does. Zach Hoskins goes to the middle, and Noel Martin on the right. And then you move Big Horse up front row. You say it all the time.
Yeah, bro.
He plays so much better when he plays front
Bro
row.
played pretty good on the weekend.
With Joseph Tapane. Josh Papali'i back from injury was huge. Just that veteran presence in the middle. And Ata Mariota back to the bench. Then you got guys like Morgan Smithies. You figure out whatever the rest of the pack looks like.
Do you reckon they can go on a run and win all games from here on in, and give the cop a bit of a scare if they get everyone all hands on deck, hit a bit of form like now?
They can definitely win the next 2 games because I was looking at the schedule yesterday for crunch time for SEN. Then after 3 games, they play Penrith at Mudgee again. So they can beat the Rabbitohs at home, right? Not to say that it'll be easy, but they can win that game. Then they got the Tigers at home, and then they go back to the Mudgee Classic that they had last year against the Panthers. If they go the first 2 and give themselves an opportunity to beat the Penrith, they'll be confident in the final 3 or 4 games. I know they're all tough. The competition's so close.
Yeah, and everyone's going to be up the top there,
Yeah.
not wanting to lose, and
Setting yourself up now in the top 8 with all the teams playing each other is so advantageous. Yeah.
so the Dogs, you're right.
Sharks, Knights, Rabbitohs, Dolphins, Cowboys.
I'm
They're
not
all
writing you off, boys.
No, you're not completely.
You just got to, I mean, we lose Critter for the rest of the year. It's going to be a hard one to.
Yeah. So
back,
do you know what the latest is with? I thought so. Obviously, Jacob Preston had some nice moments as well. Going to be better for the run.
Yeah.
I mean,
What's
what's the update with Critter?
Kicks comes back, I think, maybe this week. Critter, neck. Yeah, so we had a few dramas in 2024, 25. It's just something from
Pinched nerve?
Yeah, something like that. Because
Scary, isn't it?
yeah, straight from up here, or one of those ones up there.
Have you ever had any like nerve damage or loss of feeling in parts?
Not
of
in a
your foot?
game.
No.
Not in a game.
You-
Nothing
you
scary. Like
felt it at times on your elbow. and
I've
stuff,
had a
right?
fucking nerve transfer and everything on this hand,
Yeah.
but like that's because of like repetition getting hit.
Yeah.
But not like that in a game.
Because there wasn't much in it either.
Nah, just hit the right angle at the right way and with the right amount of force. You know, there was no, it wasn't vicious or anything like that. He would have felt bad too, Noel Martin, just sort of putting a little bit of pressure on, and then fucking, Critter's one of the greatest, humans in the game, and he's fucking stretched it off like he's got a young family, and it's just scary moments, man.
You hate
and I
to
know
see
he's okay,
Good.
but it's like.
Ciro said after the game that he's walking around the shed.
Yeah, he's okay. It's just precaution.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Apparently he was trying to tell the doctors, no, come on, I don't need it.
He didn't want it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's a fucking man, and he knew he was all right because he's felt that pain before. But you just got to be very careful when it comes to nerves and neck.
If he doesn't play this week, do you think Matty Burton goes back to just
Burton.
5'8", straight swap?
Yeah,
Or
straight
O'Sullivan come on and had some nice shifts?
Sully went all right, didn't he?
bit of a
different. You can't say it. When you start games and then you come on in the last 15, 20 minutes. It's not. I can't fucking compare that. So you'd think so. Birdo comes straight back. But you just lose that leadership again of Critter. It's he's our leader. So having him out, I'm not sure how long that it's a year out for.
Can't find anything. Yeah,
could be a week, could be 2 weeks, could be you just don't go. He's going to get scans today, and I think they'll see then. And then still then you don't know when to go. Okay, well, he might have fucking all the feeling back, and he's got his range back and everything. Could be just one of those, or fucking. You don't know with these arms.
All right, so we won't speculate then. Let's wait and find out what happens throughout the week. Let's get to the Roosters 28 defeating the Eels 12.
Good.
The hat-trick hero at the end. It was a strange old game for the Roosters. Yeah. The Eels were brave. I thought there were a couple of like really 50-50 calls. I didn't get a chance to sort of replay and go back and watch them. Every sort of bounce of the ball went Roosters' way. But the desperation from the Eels was unbelievable. At the end of the day, even rooting for the Parramatta Eels, I was so pumped for Toops.
Man.
Had a couple of opportunities to get to know Toops, personally through his relationship with Georgie Tafua. For those who aren't aware, Georgie Tafua, who I played with at Manly, grew up with Daniel Tupou. They're not blood related, but they consider themselves blood. The exact same personalities, the exact same qualities on a footy field, tough carries, strong finishes. The only difference is Toops is pretty good in the air. Georgie had his deficiencies.
I reckon he'd have Georgie in the
Georgie had his deficiencies in the air, and even he'll admit that. But just a great human. He was celebrated as best as you can for a guy like Toops because he
doesn't get overawed.
Fuck, I just love listening to Robbo in really special milestone games, big moments, even going back to the
knows what to
Johnson.
say, doesn't
he just always nails it. And the way he spoke about Daniel Tupou and what Daniel Tupou means to the Sydney Roosters, what he means to the NRL, he's going to be sorely missed when he finishes. He's got a great opportunity. If he does play on next year and stays healthy, he could go past Jared as the most capped Rooster of all time, which would be an unbelievable effort from a guy who didn't play a whole heap of rep footy coming through the grades. He was at Parramatta. It's a little bit ironic that he ends up playing Parramatta in his 300th and a hat-trick at the end of the game.
In all sorts of fashion too, like off a kick and then off a high ball. He's just showed everyone what I've been doing for the last 17 years, mate. 3 of them. Parra's valiant. It was a valiant effort. First half, they're like, fuck. They just go hard, right? It's good. Eels go hard, but the Roosters were just sort of fucking around. It's like, what are you doing? You keep fucking around, you'll find out, because Parra just, what they did last week to Manly. I was like, I think that was the halftime speech, get rid of these guys quick, because the longer they hang around, the more belief starts happening in this fucking little thing, and they just start going and going and going. They ended it.
I watch Parramatta closer than most games. There are games I'm dialed into, there are games I'm just watching, and when I've been watching Parramatta closely after the last 3 or 4 weeks, every team has fell into a trap because the position in the ladder and all the injuries that they've got at the moment.
And the names. They don't have massive names.
Exactly.
But you run into one of them and they'll put you straight on your back, aka
the opposition.
Jack Williams.
The opposition team think they can beat them by 50 and they try to play pretty and try to score early. Parramatta have been gritty, mate. They've been tough. So Roosters fell into that trap early on in this game. Manly got Manly. Newcastle about 4 or 5 weeks ago tried to win the game by 50 points in the first half. So credit to the Eels for making it messy. In fact, like I said, there were a couple of calls. I'm like, oh, that fucking was favourable. But Cody Ramsey again was an incredible story.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Quick as a little shit.
So had some nice moments again in this game. So
he looks like he plays for fucking Barella Bears or something. Or like fucking Coogee Wombats. I just dragged him from like club league. Like zero like muscle on him, just quick as fuck, like a little whippet.
Yeah.
But can play.
Yeah.
And he's just been through a hell of a lot of shit, and footy is fun as fuck for him, you can tell. I'm so happy for him.
That's a great point.
Yeah, it's footy just like he's happy to be here. Like he's like, I have been through the ringer. Now I'm back on the NRL stage, starting at a game at Allianz, 300 game. Like he's not taking anything for granted now.
No, he's not.
I love that, and I love it. I see him like he's been at the lowest point of his whole life, right?
Yep.
And now he's fucking playing NRL. He would have thought he nearly lost his life. He's like, I'm never playing fucking this again. Imagine that. You build your whole life to play NRL,
Yep.
gets taken all the way away from you, and you get back to get there now. That's why he's playing with house money, mate. He's loving it.
Yep.
Loving life. I'm happy for him.
Yeah, every time there's been a couple of times that I've had a chat to him over the last couple of years when he returned to New South Wales Cup, and then again, I had a chat to him at SEN this year. He gets highly emotional pretty much every time he talks about it. So you're right, mate. He's it would be really infectious to be around him right now too for the Roosters to feed off that energy. Like you go through ups and downs sometimes as player throughout the season. To have a guy in the club like Cody Ramsey, not only just the story but the way he's playing when the opportunities. He's not
carving up.
It's not like he's just a good story. Once he gets out there, he's playing at fucking such a high level and coming up with some big plays. So pumped for Cody. Nwanga.
I love him.
He will be missed when he leaves the NRL.
Massively.
Do you know what I was thinking when I was watching this game? With some of the crazy shit that he does, he reminds me of another winger that should have been playing for the opposition for Parramatta Eels, but he's gone to rugby union as well. It's just he creates anxiety and headaches like Zach Lomax was doing for the Parramatta Eels last year.
Just on a higher level. Like he's doing some shit. I'm just like, fucking hell. He should be giving hope to, people that were always playing, like just say they play sevens and they play rugby and I don't think I can make I don't think I could transfer over to NRL. Yes, you can. Because of that guy. Or is he just a special unit?
He's a great example, you're right, for a Mace. Like
I wouldn't be so scared.
He would have to be the best rugby union convert that we've had, right?
Yeah.
Ticked all the boxes, Origin, Australia.
Yeah, he's killed it.
If he wins a premiership, as in like, I can already hear people screaming in the comments. Brad Thorne, Sonny Bill Williams, all these sort of players that returned,
started in league
that I believe has had rugby union, and I'm not 100% on Brad Thorne, but I believe he was rugby league all the way through with rugby union. But I feel like Marky Mark was predominantly rugby.
He's never played NRL ever. I don't think so.
Rugby league.
Rugby league, that's what I mean. Like, I don't think he's played that much. He hasn't played it professionally. Like Sonny and all that played it professionally before they went over. Yeah. He's the guy. Yeah. Right? So he's the one who's...
Who else would come
No
close?
one.
It would have to go
no
all
one
the way back
near
to
it.
the 90s, right?
Nowhere near a person who's played on the wing for Australia and dominated New South Wales and done all that. You're going to have to go back to fucking the 90s.
Yeah.
All right? So I think he's... I think with young... Especially young little Fijians and all that sort of stuff playing in the... all around the world. Like, can I play league? Come on. League looks fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Could I play that? Yeah, fucking Nwanga need to us. He's been carving up over there.
The viewership and the eyeballs on rugby league right now, from both codes, rugby union and AFL, probably at its all-time peak. And you're right, mate. If you're a young kid playing in the sevens tournament and you're looking at Marky Mark and you've watched him progress through and playing those big tournaments, you're thinking, "Ooh, could I?"
Warbrick, he's another one. You just go, "Fuck it." They're just not. They're not having okay players. They're here carving up the NRL because they're tough, they're big, they're strong, and they're fit. So if you're a sevens player, you're athletic as fuck. You've seen them train with Manly. They're doing all this fucking crazy stuff. Like they're different. They're a different build than the 15-a-side, right? They're trying to get into there, but like the 7-a-side players could. If you're coached right.
That's a good point.
If you're coached right and you have time and you put work in, you can be Mark Nwanga because he put the work in.
Yeah.
When he hit the scene, we're like, oh, whoa. This kid's got something, but it needs to be honed in. It's not the sevens. You can't be fucking around with the ball and all that sort of stuff. And
it's the conditioning that's required for sevens that translates better to our game than what the 15
It's a sprint. That is a sprint, the sevens. So even if you're a world-class sevens player all through the world, you want to play a fucking proper game.
That's a good shout.
Come to the NRL. Try and come to the NRL.
Sevens, we appreciate what you do. We love watching you play as well. Yeah, that's a drive-by on sevens.
No, it's not.
Yeah, well, you said a real sport.
Yeah, but come over and have a proper crack at something. Not a fucking doing fucking 100-meter sprints all day. Yeah, but you get some reward.
Come get paid.
Get a little bit of reward.
Yeah,
get your money. Get a couple of caps for the Wallabies or South Africa or whatever. Some of those South African players that play in the sevens, oh my fucking God.
Fijian.
And they don't get paid that much.
Yep, Kiwi. They would know.
They get paid fuck all.
Get what we paid.
And they train 5 times as hard.
You have been giving him his flowers for a while. I hope this team can improve next year for Jack Williams.
Yeah. He can play Origin, I swear to God.
Yeah.
If he was in the right system and they were winning.
The reason this holds weight for people that haven't been watching our show, Mace is the opposite to me. I want everyone to play Origin.
Yeah.
I think anyone who's playing good for 6 weeks deserves to play Origin. Mace is the opposite. He never vouches for anyone, and you can identify an Origin player better than most.
We said Max Plath a couple of years ago.
Called Maxi. You love Jack Williams, don't you?
Yeah. It's going to suck for him because he's hopefully, just say if the Eels were in a totally different position, top 8 the whole year, and he's doing what he's been doing. He's been his most consistent. He'll get their players play again this year. He can play. He's got footy in him. They knew that when he was coming through with Cronulla.
Yeah.
Right? They knew that. He just a few little injuries derailed him.
Do you think they knew he had list level in him though?
Yeah, 100%. They didn't want to let him go.
I didn't.
A lot of this.
Yeah.
Eels come to the party.
Yeah.
Right? So he's gone over there taking a leadership role. I think he's the captain, isn't he?
Yeah, he's in the leadership committee.
He's captain right now. He's been
he's been running them out, playing 80 minutes, 70, 80 minutes.
Junior and Mitch have been missing.
Yeah, he could easily slip on that bench.
When I was watching the game on the weekend, I was thinking to myself, he reminded me of Hindy in the last couple of years, but with a tweak, a little difference. Hindy was an elite player. He ticked every box. And I remember the last couple of years just working his ass off, like did a lot of work, and you could see he would get dejected at times, but just 10 out of 10 effort and worked his ass off. The difference that Jack has, that even Hindy, at that point of his career, Hindy probably had more of an offensive sort of weaponry on him early on in his career, but Jack comes out and hits people and takes names. That's what Hindy was, a great defender. And he cops it. They give him a little bit of shit about the flop and all that. He was a complete defender.
Hindy was a fucking gun. I hate how they hammer him all the time.
Top level. But even Hindy, I think, would admit this. Jack is licking people week after week, and I want to highlight it because this is the part I want to highlight. He licked 2 people in this game, and I forget who they were, but he congratulated the other guy who helped him out in the tackle and picked up the player, and it was like it was them that it was fucking Jack Williams. And I've been so impressed by what he's been doing the last 4 or 5 weeks.
5 line break assists as well. Try assists.
Yeah.
He can make a line break, mate. Yeah. He can make a line break if he's got a good tip in him. Like he hits a good hole, good leg drive.
Yeah.
Look at the build on him.
He's a building block.
Look at the build on him, but like what are you going to be about 106, I reckon?
Yep. Around
6'1", 106.
Who were we talking about last week? We were talking about a similar player. Calhoun.
Yeah, Calhoun's a bit taller, but
I think Calhoun's a little bit.
It's good that Calhoun's he can play front row.
I think Calhoun's just a little bit bigger.
I think Calhoun. I think you're Calhoun is unassumingly big.
Yeah. We had that debate last week.
Yeah, I think he's like 6'3".
So Jack Williams is 29 years old. I don't know what his contract is. Can you find out what his contract is at Para? They've got to lock him down for the next 3 years. His best footy's
still ahead.
Yeah.
Because he was around at Cronulla for a while there and just sort of
he signed initially on a 3-year deal. Okay. End of next, so November 1, he'd be available to negotiate.
Yeah, because I know he was coming off contract and it was a fair bit of this getting thrown around.
Hopefully they upgrade him. Yeah. He's been fucking excellent.
He's repaid him.
Yep. All right, let's get to the Rabbitohs 26 defeating the Knights 24. One of the more entertaining post-game interviews that I've ever done for a number of reasons. So I don't know if you saw this yesterday, boys. After the game, the crowd flooded the field, but it was like way too early as well.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah. So what the plan was supposed to be. So
that was Wayne's depressor where he goes, I didn't see anything.
Yeah. So he was talking about celebrations for Jai for his birthday. So what was supposed to happen was there was supposed to be 2 waves. There was supposed to be, all right, the game's finished, and then a whistle, and then people were invited onto the field, and then it just become chaos. Remember at the start of the year I told you about Matt Duffy when he played New South Wales Cup and he carved up, and he's like, I killed it in New South Wales Cup yesterday. Do you remember that? I told you I was interviewing, it was after the Bulldogs game. Anyway, I was sort of interviewing Campbell Graham. It's the first time it's happened. By the way, I've got a good relationship with Duffy because he was good friends and teammates of Normie when I lived together at the Dragon. So we used to come around every now and again to train. And he's there sort of shaking hands and he's like, Oz, like waves at me, scope.
What's the interview? I ran for 215.
Oh, and he deserved it. Check out the stat line. 215 metres, 1 line break, 4 line break assists, and 3 try assists.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that first one. Yeah, he was on.
Mate, I know him and Dry Gray, it's difficult because Dry is a very popular player at the club and wholehearted, and it was a big decision by Wayne. But, mate, if they can figure out a way to keep him on a club-friendly deal to compete with Dry, or worse, be a backup, he's, mate, perfect for the modern game.
He's a gun player, mate, Tufty. He was at the Dogs there, but we were just in a real shitty little era. And then he fucked off overseas, I think.
But it was a different game when he was at the Dogs.
Yeah, it's changed in 3 years.
It didn't suit
3
him.
years now, it suits him.
Yeah.
And he's got that skill set. He can play short. He can go long. Like he showed. Like the game on the weekend, I was like, oh, fuck, he just went bang. So I like that because if he was just 3 years ago, he would have ran all those. He would never have squared up because he never taught himself how to do it, right?
He didn't trust him.
Yeah, but he didn't trust himself. Yeah. Left to right pass, he squared right up, boom, saw the winger turn in, bang. Margie always turns in.
Been working on his craft.
Yes, and I love that because he's been over there working on his craft because we always had the running, fucking run all day, can step through gaps, all that sort of shit, but it's the passing, right? When you can get those 3-on-2s and make the right decision, that's the difference between starting, pushing this a little grey kid out because you're doing this.
That's the difference between him and Dry Gray's skill set.
Yeah.
Dry Gray's probably got a better sweep line early tip, which creates dramas. But if it becomes a 3-on-2 or 3-on-3, Dufty's got the better ability to play short or long.
And that's what the good fullbacks, that'll turn them into, like guys like Drinky and all that.
Yep.
They've got that skill set. They can get you around, make 3-on-2s, make the right decision because they're looking at cues, right? They're not just going long ball because it looks good on the replay. It could be an intercept if Marju's got his head on. But if Marju's turning in, bang, straight away. It was Marju.
Yeah. He also got...
Marju got an absolute fucking flogging in the arse. That sounds weird. From David Fafita. From, you know what I mean?
With the knee. He got a knee to the arse.
With the knee.
He got a knee to the arse.
That was... I don't know, just say... Me watching it live and just going, oh, God, that is fucking... That was awful, right? Because he clearly dropped the ball. He was just diving on it. And Big Dave has just come flying in.
Him and KP will still confused to how that happened.
And they didn't know, and then the commentators going, oh, God, he's caught one. About 5 minutes later, I was like, did you not fucking see that big horse come straight through? Oh, mate, no wonder he went off. Imagine how sore he would be right now.
Dave immediately was like, oh, sorry.
He's like, sorry, mate.
Sorry, not
I
sorry.
would have went, get the fuck off me. Shut up.
Sorry, not sorry.
You could have backed out of that fucking thing 10 metres ago.
Hey, but you know what? Let's stay on Dave. Let's stay on Dave before we get to the Knights.
He was on.
His intent, right? And they've played in some really highly emotional games for Dry over the past, 4 to 6 weeks. Big games for him. This was another big occasion for his birthday. And it's not easy, Mace. No. We've talked about it before.
Take it both ways.
When you went through a really tough situation with what happened to Alex McKinnon, this is a different version of it. But it's hard not to – it would be hard to sort of refocus and not have Dry and what he's going through at the moment in these big games, especially when the Knights started to show that they were creeping coming home. Dave Fafita's been front-loaded all his energy, and he's been excellent.
I can't echo enough how important Wayne Bennett would be in this position.
Yeah.
Especially being through that Alex McKinnon saga, which was awful. I don't think anyone should ever go through that. And he was the head coach, and he probably didn't know how to handle it because he had never, ever seen that before. He's seen it before, right? So now I think he knows mentally what makes it tick. Don't go too far that way and this, that way, because it derailed our whole season. Right, we had a fair team. The year before we made a prelim. That year we were thinking, okay, we could probably go one more or be in the top 8. Sort of just slipped away. And but Dave Fafita, he's found that really good balance.
Yeah.
When he come off that block shape, when Jackie Boy did the lead, that's near unstoppable.
It's a
fucking and I feel sorry for that 2-man and 3-man because
Fletcher Sharp.
Yeah, because you're getting the right foot off someone, then you're going to cop that massive palm, and that guy moves so quick over 10 meters. Did you see it when there was front on? When front on with camera view, when he's just running that way, and you can see Jackie. It's like he's coming. You're sitting up, fuck, and then he's got mad footwork,
mate.
Hits you with the right, and then bang left on the chest. You can't fucking stop it.
I want to talk about that right edge, right? Fletcher Sharp did an excellent job on the left edge. defensively with one-on-one tackles on Jack Whiten, couple of good cover tackles with his man Fletcher. Fletcher squared when Greg Marzu went off. And they did a great job of working together and defending as best as possible. But when he got in a one-on-one position with David Fafita, because you've got the threat of Jack Whiten running that lead line and then Campbell Graham on the wing for a one-on-ones, that's a dangerous right edge.
Remember was Dufty around there as well?
No. I think, Dufty threw the... Yeah. So he sat on the short side.
Yeah.
So they let Ashton Ward... went onto the open, was ready to link up with Jaden Sullivan or Humphreys, whoever was on the field at the time, because Jaden Sullivan picked up a couple of knocks. So Dufty sits on a 4-on-4 on a short side. And if you get the look, which you got, Dufty, this is you got to pull the trigger. Yeah. 4-on-4 with those three big boys on the outside.
Good width too where he caught it.
Beautiful.
Straight over to B. You know, like if he holds that ball any longer, it doesn't give Dave enough time to work.
Yeah.
And put that right foot on, put the palm on and everything. It was perfectly executed. I loved it. But I just love Dave Fafita, how involved he is as a right side back rower.
That's the best word for him. Involved.
Once he gets involved, as I said, like when he was at the Titans and I see him get 8 hit-ups and fucking 16 tackles and playing 70 minutes. He just doesn't care. You're not getting him. You're not. I haven't watched him play a game this year where he has not wanted to have a fucking crack.
Agreed.
Even last week. He got handled, right? He didn't make a tackle break. Not
always perfect, is it?
First time in his fucking career, probably. He didn't make a tackle break.
Yeah.
Anyway, this week comes on. I don't know how many tackle breaks he did, but his intent and his involvement has been out of this world. And the minutes that he's playing, the quality minutes.
I've got tackle breaks. Take a guess.
7.
Higher.
Fucking jeez, is it? 11?
Right on.
Yeah?
I thought you were going to go to 9 at least. Fuck, that was a big jump.
Yeah, it just seemed like he was just like, because he's hard to get, especially, as I said, when I like him as the right side back rower, because he can do that, right? Yeah. The right foot, left palm is his best weapon, right? On the left side, can't do it because all you're doing is going overs.
I need to get him back in my super coach team.
Yeah, he's on one, Dave Fafita. So I'm happy for him. Yeah. This is the beast mode that I wanted to see because I love him. As a player, I don't really know him as a human, but I've met him a couple of times. Great little young kid, young man. And I love seeing him back himself. Come down here. All right, I'm out. I need to get coached by the greatest. Come down to a good crew and reap the rewards. Right? He's having a fucking career best year.
Also want to give Jai Gray some love as well. Would have been devastated to get dropped like he did. It's been a couple of times now. Wayne, if anyone's going to drop you and you're going to handle it the right way, it's going to be when Wayne drops you. But he has to come on. He has to mark up on
6'6",
6'6" Dom Young. He's 5'6". For whatever reason, Newcastle flustered me throughout the whole game. How they did not
execute something down there.
They kept on trying to run at him and like short side plays and like that's just not even Dom Young.
Trying to trick their way out of the game.
They try to trick their way. We'll get to the Knights in a little bit, but to handle the disappointment, come on and play the way he did. Is a credit to Jai Gray. They've got a really strange interchange of Lachlan Hubner, Humphreys, Liam
LeBlanc. Did you see him lick that set of 6?
Trey Mooney.
Oh, and Trey Mooney can run. He's a big boy.
Trey Mooney ran through about 3 or 4 defenders throughout that game. Big bumps.
Big LeBlanc.
I
couldn't fucking stop.
Just quickly, and we'll get back to LeBlanc. I go up to Cheese. I'm trying to find Cheese to interview him. And he comes, as soon as I go walking up to him, he goes, "Don't you dare talk about my missed tackles." And I go, no. I don't want to talk about the good stuff. Couple misses.
Cares.
Fuck, he licked a couple of those rookies.
He got I love the young kid, Crouch.
Hopwood and Crouch.
They went at it.
Yep. Love it.
They copped their hits, but they just kept going at it. Especially young Crouch went, I love that. Did the wrong thing. I'm not sure what he said to Kaloa Matangi.
Yeah.
But Kaloa thought just that, fuck, I was going to start a fight.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like.
That was weird, eh?
Anyway, got the boards French straight in, boom, got hit, and then LeBlanc. Is he French? Yeah. Please put him in the French side.
We had a clip on SEN because I started talking him up.
Yeah.
And so I was like, here's my guy.
Him and Hubner hit hard, mate.
Yeah, both hit well. Good technique. And as I was talking him up, I hadn't even finished my sentence and he drops the ball. And I go, fuck, here we go. The old commentator's curse. Don't worry about him. No, commentator's curse. And I said, just give me time. I said, Jimmy, just give me time. Watch him.
Yeah.
He's going to get someone. And then I think it might have been the second half by the time he got the opportunity. It was second half. Trey Mooney, He ran over about 3 or 4 occasions. He ran that exact drop line, quick play the ball, momentum, and they were able to have opportunities. I think they scored 1 try.
Yeah.
So
LeBlanc got him perfect. He's a hard man to hit, Trayman. He got a bit of late footwork. He's a big boy. Perfect shot.
Yep.
Perfect timing. Oh, it was magnificent.
So good. The Knights, here's my assessment on the Knights. I've said this now for the last 3 or 4 weeks. They are trying to win games pretty. They haven't adapted to the new rules. They think they can beat every team by 50 like they did at the start of the year. They haven't earned the right. Like they've done it against the Dragons now, the Eels, the Tigers, close wins. They're east to west. They're sideline to sideline all the time. Often they try to spread the ball early. Sort of how the Cowboys were playing about a month ago as well. The Cowboys have got the right balance now, so much better. The Knights are still capable.
Yep.
But this is the wake-up call that they need.
I think it's the depth of KP. You know, KP tries, you know, I hate that play when it's like 40 out, third, fourth play, and you go on left and like he's out the back and they rush KP, right? And he tries to just flick it on. You know, like, and it's real hard for Sharp to get that depth off him, right? Because it's not a pure pass.
No.
And you're trying to put pressure on KP. And usually he adjusts to that, but he didn't about 3 times. He just tried to tip it on and it fucks the whole setup. Because regardless, even if it does go to Sharp and Sharp goes to Marju, everyone's rushing over. I get it if it's like the try line's there, 5 meters, and you need to get it through your hands as quick as you can. It ain't train and run. This ain't a train and run where you're trying to do that. Like you fucking, KP, if you're going to get a hit, boom, I'd rather you step back inside or the outside and try and create something like that. I can't cop it when he tries to play just quick footy like that.
Remember when I told you last year to get the Dolphins going? Lukey, you might remember this as well. We had a clip for it. And I said, do you know the way that they need to get Hamiso Tabuai-Fidow into the game is he's not as good inside the 20. So why don't you have a shot about 40? I saw so many examples of teams having a shot from 40 or 50 out. The reason you have those shots so far out is defensively, the systems are, if you've got grass, if you've got plenty of room behind you, you allow and let them play, which leads to Jai Gray, Hamiso Tabuai-Fidow, all these players going quick 2-pass shift out to the edge, and then it's just easy meters. Because every team started to do that.
Jack White knows what's going on.
Well, because every team started to do that, and the Rabbitohs did it themselves with Jai Gray, now the defensive systems have changed. I've watched it week in, week out for the last 3 or 4 weeks. Teams are being aggressive.
Taking it up,
And they're making those decisions just like they would on the line.
Yes.
Which is now leading to errors on plays 2 and 3, getting out of yardage.
Yep, 100%. Because I saw and that's just a great defense. And from their right side, because that's KP's favourite side.
Defensive
He's not used to it, like especially from 40 to 40. When KP goes around the back, he's got he's grass behind him and everything like that. They're backing off. He's going to go like that, and Sharp's going to get the ball, and they'll make easy 30 metres. Whole fucking game retreats. The defence retreats. Then you've got to come back up, boom, boom, kick. You're done. Right? You're on your line. No, not now.
Yeah.
They're just looking at it. So if you've got your 4-man up there, you're putting pressure on those because it usually comes off a block play and all that sort of shit. You are shooting through. You spread out a little bit.
You can see the
you can see it. You can see it easily.
Yeah.
They've got to start disguising that. And then that'll be the next evolution of the next sort of 8 weeks to see if you can go, okay, well, they're going to this one. What else can we do? Yeah. If you spread it might be off for a little inside ball, something like that. So it's important. It's a game of chess. I love it like that because it's like, okay, they're fucking taking it easy. How do we shut this down?
Defenses
and then you just got to come up and slam it like you are coming up on 4th tackle plays off your line.
Yeah.
And that's what they've been doing. Knights didn't adjust.
Yeah.
They didn't adjust.
No, they didn't.
So next time, I think the coaching from Holbrook and the smartness of KP, he'll adjust.
All right, the Cowboys 19 defeated the Seagulls 18. Mace, I didn't get a good look at this one because I was driving home from the stadium. I saw little bits and pieces, had it playing whilst I was driving home. I looked at the tail of sort of what happened, and I saw some of the tries. Both kickers were 1 from 4 was a big takeaway I saw after the game. What was your sort of
it's a tough game, man.
Main takeaways from this game between the Cowboys and the Seagulls?
It was tough. Like the Eagles were up for most of the game, right? And I was just like, they come to play, but like I thought the Eagles had it pretty comfortably. Like Olakwatu scoring a couple of tries. It looked pretty easy for them. They got to 18 quite easy, but it looked like it should have been 28-4.
Yeah, got it.
But it wasn't. It was 18-6.
Was that because of the missed kicks as well?
Yeah,
Like
missed
18-6
kicks and like, so it's a mental thing.
Yeah.
Scoreboard pressure, all that shit. And then I'm just watching them. I said, they're fucking coming back here. Drinky started playing football, easy meters through the middle. Taumalolo had his second stint. Then they started getting some ascendancy through the middle. And he started executing. Then that last, like he tried to fucking, to Ruben Cotter, deflection, just him pushing up. It was like, oh, God, it should have been game over. It was 18-12.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, so it happened real quick because I was just fucking around going, what? Manly's got this. Just a matter of time. I was like, oh, no, he missed the kick. So mentally it was like 18, 2 tries, I think 12 to 15 minutes to go. That's too much time against the Cowboys team like that. Then they just gave him belief. That's all it did. The scoreboard, if it was 20-6 or 22-6, you're like, God, we have to score 3 tries.
What's the other takeaway? So, and I tried to watch a little bit of it this morning in prep after I sort of finished my notes on a lot of the other games. The intent from the Cowboys defensively at the start.
It was a fucking solid game.
They're trying to bash people early.
Oh, they are. Well, have a look what they did last week against fucking
the Panthers.
And it sort of showed what they've got. They got some grit. They got some balls. Nanai was good against Nanai was good against Olakuatu. Olakuatu and Taumalolo had their run-ins. Like Olakuatu got him once and Taumalolo got him back. And it was like, wasn't massive, but it was like, it's just a psychological thing. McKaylee had a few cracks. Paseka was having it was a fucking good game. It's probably the best game on the. That was actually a good Sunday, actually. It was a physical game, perfect game. Beautiful day out at 4 Pines, and I was just like, okay, Eagles look on here because of Olakuatu's sort of style, and they just fucking stayed there.
Turbo looked like he was running more freely on that assist to Sabi.
That's what I'm saying. Everything just looked like Eagles, and I'm like, how is it only 18-6? Because I come back.
I was Braden Burns in the second half. I watched
3 tries.
In the second half. Fuck, he's
dummy half try. Dummy half try would have killed.
Playing good footy though.
He's the one who got him back in the fucking game.
Yeah,
it was done, and then he scores that try 18-12.
Yep.
And then boom, and then what's the name? Missed the kick. Shouldn't have went into overtime. Fucking what's the name? Clifford. Missed the kick, and then it gave him hope. And then obviously they got to the drink. He just pops that from about 35 out. That game would have hurt.
I feel like they've got a good record, Cowboys.
They do. They got a ridiculous game, a ridiculous record there.
Was it 3 years ago when they had that crazy comeback too, where Val was streaking away? That's a game that's I know Manly pumped him at the start of last year, which ended up leading to the uncertainty around Jackson Purdue and Duffy. Well, they ended up getting dropped after it. So,
couple of tries,
who's going to help us out on this one?
A heap of tries that were disallowed. It felt like there was like 5 or 6 tries scored, and then just like ball back, lead runner here, play in front. Like, yeah, it was one of those games, man. It was one of those games. Watch it again. It was just like, ugh.
Well, you know who we need for this? Cowboy analyst.
Oh, yeah. Break it down for us, mate.
He's going to be pumped to give us his breakdown of this after this episode. So, obviously, I'll give it a watch back, give that comment a read because I did miss this game.
That was, it was a solid game. Yep. It was a good game.
I got home in time, though, for the Storm versus Titans. They won 22-18. Brave effort, valiant effort from the Titans. Couple of really tough calls in this game as well, but it was a must-win for the Storm, but by no means do I feel like the Storm are fully back. Again, we'll have to chat to Money, see how he is. For those who missed it early on, we're going to be chatting with Money later on this afternoon or even tomorrow. He will be – Bellamy said that he's going to be all right next week.
Giving him a rest?
A couple of key ins were the centres, though. Jack Howarth and Nick Meaney come up with some big plays, not only offensively, but defensively they were pretty good. I feel like the Storm were so close to closing out this game before Jaden Campbell does Jaden Campbell things and picks it off on the 5-metre line and takes it 95, which he's definitely capable of. But anything else that you sort of loved?
I like the tight. I love the halfback, on
the Kinney try.
Yeah, on the Kinney try. I can't get over that. Like, I think he just made that look so easy. I think it was 4-on-4 defence. And if he doesn't get the ball right on, that's what Joey always talks about, flat and fast football, right? And where he caught it, and he caught it right at the lock's feet pretty much. But it was the width that he took it on, right? And then the lead run, and then Kinney sitting in that little pocket, and then it was just like 4-on-4, but then come into like 2-on-1 at the end.
Yep.
Because of him catching it and pretty much getting in between A and B lead runner outside, and then Kinney just sitting there, perfect timing, and just comes straight around the back. You can't defend it.
Yeah, it's very difficult.
When it's like that, you can't really defend it. So,
but especially both those small ball fullbacks as well.
If the 7 is too tight, right, the center just hangs out a little bit. Like you're not bringing anyone in. But if you get right on the ad line run in between them, and then you go over, you're stuck.
Yeah.
You know, because you can't be that wide. If you're the first, you can't be too wide because he's going to jam in there.
Yeah.
So it was well played from him, and that just shows me more glimpses of like, kid could be something decent. Man.
He's exciting. I just want to go back for another exciting kid. We've talked about him a lot, man. Cooper Clark.
He has a crack.
Every time he carries the ball,
hit hard too in the head.
He's only he's only 19 years old, or 19 or 20, mates. He's a fucking problem already. 73 minutes, 13 carries, 125, 67 doesn't do it justice.
No,
because he's not as mobile as say Payne Haas. He often carries 3 defenders, an extra 5 meters.
Yeah.
He's a star. He's a future star. If they can
19.
I think. They picked up, what's his name? My guy, Oren Keeley, from, I think, a full preseason and finish to the season is going to be important for him. He looks a little bit banged up as well.
Everyone's banged up right now, eh?
Ali Katoa back. This forward pack with some of the sort of reps that they've gone through are really going to benefit
as well.
them. Yeah.
He's had a decent year.
Stefano's been good.
because he hasn't been picked in a rep side, does it? How hard it is to play fucking Origin? You know what I mean? Like he gets me. Some selectors just don't like you. They wouldn't. Maybe you don't fit their system. You know, maybe next year he might fit someone else's system. So it's hard when you're like in Stefano's position where he did play last year.
Yep. Storm started the year similar to Max King. Both front rows would have probably not.
He's at the end of like, you know what, we got beat.
Yeah.
You're on the side.
Yeah.
You're very replaceable.
Yeah.
At this time in your career, when you're not Payne Haas, when you're not like even Adam Fanul Blake, right? Like he's at that level now. He should be picked in the Origin for the next 3 years. But the Storm, they're good. I was impressed with the Titans. Got some fight in them, man. They've got some fight, like proper.
I don't know what we do at the Kiwis with Keanu Kinney and Kalen.
Oh, yeah, sucks shit. Good problem to have.
Good
but
problem,
you're
really
not. I don't know.
Have we worked out if there's a 6-man bench or nah?
Yeah, 6-man bench.
Oh, no, we are
actually not with certainty. No, I don't know.
You got to.
Well, he'll be on the bench no matter what if he's not in the. He is a fucking little weapon. He's so tough.
Everything. He does everything right.
I'm trying to figure out, but you can't. You've got to have Dill Brown and.
No. He's either starting at 1 or he's not, or he's in the 6-man bench. That's it. Or I don't know, not even in the side.
Yeah.
You just got to have that. You just got to have. That is a big problem because KP is KP and he can just do shit that no one can do. But then I look at this little Kenny dude and just going, well. He's your guy. How old is he? 23?
Yeah, be that. Maybe 22.
I think he's fucking prime.
22. He'll be 23 in April next year.
He's a gun, mate. Yeah. He just keeps getting better.
Oh, you know what I loved in this game too? Fucking Tino and Trent Liero going.
Yeah, they were going,
I
enjoyed
that.
Especially being in camp, for playing Origin and that. You're just like, I'm going to fucking hate this
On the last hurrah, walking out knowing that you're playing someone in camp the next week, would you be talking a bit of shit going this, that?
You just know, when you're in training, because you go hard against each other in training. And you just might not like each other either. You go into camp sometimes, just like, fucking, especially in strain camps and everything like that, you're like, you want to go at them all the time. So when you get to play them the next week or something, you're fucking getting into them. Because they might do something real shit at training that you don't like clean legs late or something like that.
Just a mental one.
Just little ones, little ones you don't like that he probably doesn't even know that he did it because it might be just a Melbourne thing. They're always coming in, sweeping legs and all that sort of shit, doing cheap shit wrestling stuff. That's the fucking stuff that gets you when they're hard against a couple of Melbourne blokes.
Well, Tino also said both him and Trent have got frustrations by the way Wednesday went. So
100%. Fuck it.
They took it out on each other.
Fuck it. If you're in the way, you're in the way, right?
Yeah.
Get out.
Maybe he did something in the game he didn't like and he's like, I've got to get you back
just
to that.
something. Or maybe you were in the way from where I was running. Get the fuck out of the way. Get on the other side of the road if you don't want this smoke.
You know who will ask? We'll get some insight from our man Money. He'll give us all the lowdown on Trent versus Tino.
Some people just don't like each other.
I think it's more a healthy competition.
Yeah, it's not like they punched on. It wasn't cheap shots or anything like that. It's just like, fuck, you're in the way.
Yeah.
If you don't want the smoke, go to the other side of the road, which no one's going to do.
there we go. That's the show for today, boys. Another big show. Looking forward to Thursday. And by the way, this is the start of the competition.
Yeah.
Is
this the fourth quarter?
This is the third quarter.
Third quarter.
Third quarter. Fourth quarter's the finals.
Fourth quarter for people that are in the bottom, mate. Yes.
Oh, eh? You're in the bottom, mate.
Don't talk to me. Talk to the dogs. Paris, we're all in the bottom, mate. Fuck yous all.
We are.